Warning. This show contains content intended for adult audiences. The language is crass at best and downright insulting most of the time. This is all made for the sake of comedy and poor sophomoric taste. The skits are parodies, and any similarity to real people or stories is purely coincidental. Any insults hurled at any one human is made in jest. We're just covering our bases for when one of you skins your knee on an internet insult. We love you. Again, this is all a joke, whether you laugh or not. Not just the show, but this waking existence. The great cosmic giggle. Try not to take it seriously.
15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. We have a liftoff. Liftoff on Apollo.
Now, I'm sure that most of you know the old story about the astronaut who went far out into space and was asked on his return whether he had been to heaven and seen God. And he said yes.
Greetings, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, and sentient artificial intelligence. Join us on this journey to find the others. Because no matter where we find ourselves in this multiverse, the act of existing is all too familiar.
Guys? Is anybody out there? Hello?
The mushroom has a tremendous problem-solving ability.
Herb is a plant. Herbs are good for everything.
As we look across this great expanse and stare at the stars, we can't help but be reminded these lights, though we're seeing them all at the same time, happen across a multi-billion-year delta. Some of those fires burned millions of years ago, some billions, but all of them happened so we could experience them in this one singular moment.
They called us scouts. They called us seekers. They called us Hoosier. But we were destined to question everything.
I don't know about you, but as for me, the question has already been answered. Should we be here? Yes.
It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. Steve likes the weed. Steve likes the weed. Talk about DMT. The DMT. Hoosier Sophisticate Show. The Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Hoosiers with the drink. Sophisticated blasphemy. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. So let's set our minds free for the singularity. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. The Hoosier Sophisticate Show.
join us and start your day with a gentle meditation from Hoosier Sophisticate. Let us all remember, we are only as good as our last breath.
Begin by taking a few easy breaths, breathing in and breathing all the way out. Breathing in, and this time, see if you can send the warm energy of the breath to any part of your body that is tense or sore or tight. And releasing the tension with the exhale and breathing it out. And any unwelcome thoughts that come to mind, those too can be sent out with the breath. Released with the exhale so that for just a moment the mind is empty. And any emotions that are rocking around in there, those too can be noted and acknowledged and sent out with the breath. So your emotional self can be still and quiet, like a lake with no ripples. And now imagine a place where you feel calm and peaceful and easy. A place either make-believe or real. A place from your past or somewhere you've always wanted to go. It doesn't matter. Just so it's a place that feels good and safe and peaceful to you. And allow the peace to become real to you. Look around you. Take the place in with your eyes. Enjoy the colors, the scenery. Look over to your right and over to your left. And listen to the sounds of the place, wherever they might be. Becoming familiar with all the different sounds that your special safe place offers up to you. And feel whatever you're sitting against or lying upon, the texture of the ground beneath you, and feel the air on your skin. Notice the temperature of your place and smell its rich fragrance. Notice the smells in your special place. Notice what time of day it is. Enjoy the light and the peaceful time of day. So take it all in, all the richness of it, with all of your senses. Become more and more attuned to your safe and beautiful special place, feeling thankful and happy to be there. And let your body soak in the vibrance of the place. Let the beauty of this place of healing nourish you. Take it in with every full, deep breath, all the way down into your belly, all the way down to the tips of your toes. Feel the penetrating warmth and power of the place, soaking into your skin, down through the muscle and bone, all the way to each and every cell, reaching down to the peaceful stillness at your very center. And so, know that you can come back to this place whenever you wish to help your body, mind, and spirit relax, rejuvenate, and heal, simply by finding a quiet time and place, getting into a comfortable position, either sitting in a chair or lying down, and imagining yourself in your special place. Keeping your eyes closed for just a little while longer, taking a moment to notice how you are feeling, your body, your mind, your spirit. Once again, feeling yourself sitting in your chair or lying down, breathing in and out, rhythmically
and easily, slowly coming back into the room, opening your eyes whenever you are ready. Before we get this show started, we're going to jump back to our Get to Know Your Hoosier series. This morning, we're going to get to know a little bit more about Craig. We hope you enjoy.
It looks so much different. This is me right here. 4035 Bamberger. I always loved our block, man. This was, we didn't have, I mean, we had a fair amount of kids on our group, or in our block, but I just loved that, like, we had this canopy of trees that ran down the whole deal. This was a kid named Kirk Raymond's house. He was several years older than me. He was in Christy Roberts' class, so she would know Kirk. But we would have these games of war, and on this lawn right here, we would throw out, there's this, like, just old cantankerous dude. His name was Earl. And we would throw out all of our guns, all of our fake toy guns, hundreds of guns on his lawn here. And every kid from like 10 blocks around would come out, and we would like draw straws to pick which guns you got, and we'd run around the neighborhood playing war, capture the flag, something like that. And it was fucking awesome, man. So he was pretty cool. Earl was pretty cool. He was kind of strict, but he was pretty cool. And then we had these Vietnamese people that moved in here. They probably still live here, so I won't speak too ill of them. But I'm pretty sure they're the reason my dog ran away, because the fucking fireworks, non-stop. Oh, just non-stop with the fucking fireworks. My dog Sassy ran away because of them.
All year round fireworks?
But it was like, it was fucking, you know, not to be right, it was like Chinese New. Oh, they don't live here anymore. You know how I know? Because there used to be 150 pairs of shoes on this front porch, because there were, she still lives here, Steve. She's got to be 190 million years old.
Is that the car?
No, this house right here across the street. Let me just show you, bud. This right here is Gina's. This right here was Gina's house. Okay. This was the house that you could not lose a ball in. Couldn't lose.
I don't know how you get a ball in.
You couldn't. Well, like my buddy Jordan lived directly across the street from me, so we'd be playing in his backyard. But like this was the place where, I don't know if she still lives here, but all that ivy and everything, it used to be nothing but plastic, flowers, and like it was the craziest shit you'd ever seen. My buddy Jordan lived right over here. The Weisses, a few of them are in the group, they lived right here. This is where I honed all my basketball skills, in their backyard in the driveway over here. Buddy Kyle might actually still live here, I don't even know. But you can probably see that old, nope, they took it down, hoop's gone. But this is where this is where it happened, bud. This is where it happened, and it looks so much different. This is me right here. 4035 Bamberger. We used to have two big Bradford pears that were right here. Those are gone, and then there was a super tall evergreen that sat right here in the corner of the steps. And let me tell you something about those steps. These steps right here, look at this masonry, okay? Best step ball steps in all of South City. I don't know if you guys got down on step ball too much in your neighborhood, but to explain it to our friends, maybe not from the area, we play with mostly with a tennis ball. You can play with a racquetball. Yeah, racquetball wasn't bad either. But you take your ball and you run up and you throw it against the steps. You're trying to hit it across the street for a home run. If it gets past you, it's basically Indian ball. You know, sometimes we could throw in doubles and triples, but I've hit plenty of bombs onto the porch over there. It was great. It was a one-way street.
Is that Merrimack right there?
Yeah, no, that's Merrimack, and then we have Alberta at that end. And so it's a one-way street, and we'd set up our goals right here. Actually, about where you're standing is where I beat Josip Tomas racing from Amberg Park. This is where all the friends are sitting on the lawn over here at Jordan's house. They're sitting on the lawn at my house. I'm peeling down in my little Diamondback Outlook, and I'm going to show off for them, give them a little endo. At about 25 miles an hour, I lock up that front brake. My face drug from about here to about right here. Peeled my chin off. But that was the jam, dude. Like, there was this kid that lived in this house right over here on the other side of the Weisses. And nobody really knew him, But he wrestled this big piece of foam all the time. He was aspiring to be a pro wrestler or something. So he'd give it the fucking clotheslines and give it suplexes and shit. Didn't talk to any of us. Never wanted to play or anything. He was an interesting cat. And I remember when his dad came home with a Chrysler LeBaron, I thought they were millionaires because he had a convertible. I was like this big. Right here was like the dad lived on one side. This guy was great. His name was Schmitty. He was fucking awesome. And we had a gal. The first dude that lived there was Joe Zaruba, and he was the shit. He was this old fucking like world-class archer. And before he died, he gave us like all these badass old recurve bows and shit like that. Super cool dude. After he died, this gal moved in, and she this was the mid 90s. So like she was the Pam Anderson. She was on that train, right? Like fucking hot pants, fucking bolt-ons, man. Like I remember when she first moved in, like we don't get that many of those in this neighborhood. She was trash, but she was hot trash. Smitty lived here, and then these two were super cool. The dad lived downstairs, his son lived upstairs. He drove a Ford Ranger Splash, and I remember he won like 30 grand. He had, and his was red with all the orange. Yeah, it was dope. And then this is where I met my best friend forever. This is Justin Nashevsky's in the group. This is where his grandma and grandpa lived, right here. And in that garage, that was our tinkering garage, buddy. We did everything in there. I told you about how we made the bottle rocket. The bottle rocket war took place back there. That little, where's it at? Where's it at? That little fucking scar right there. That's from a bottle rocket. Just get me right in the titty. That got me good. This was awesome, dude. There's this really cool Spanish family that lived here. And man, we ran the roost. We were down here. There was there was some older gals that we would, being the Boy Scouts that we were, we'd come down, mow their lawn or whatever. My buddy, another kid named Jordan moved in at the very end of the block. And they were like this super, this family that just had their shit together, and all the kids were like, yes sir, no sir. They were so I remember when they moved in, they were like from a fucking different planet. They were so smart and talented and everything, super cool. So yeah, totally classically trained, and what the fuck, yeah, it was nuts. So,
and they could also hit your best pitch too.
No doubt.
They can still do that.
No doubt. Yeah, well, that was the deal. I was like, I was the fastest kid on this straight, for sure. And from this street. Okay, and then this fucking guy shows up, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm more coordinated and better than you at everything, but you're a little faster. Fine. Fine. So I only walk you to the end of the block because this house right here, and actually JoJo, Mike's wife, she'll recognize this house here because her uncle lived right here. So on Memorial Day at Resurrection, that was our parish picnic. But this house right here is where my best friend Zach and John Paul and Justin, whose grandparents lived there, this is where they all ended up living. They moved down here. It was like Brady Bunch coming together. Ian, who we went to the El Monstero show with, he lived here. That's also coincidentally the first place that I ever got high.
Right there, huh?
Right there, that spot right there. In the back, little white aluminum shed, like we were huddling in there in the backyard of there, and
Which direction?
Okay. Resurrection's behind it. All right, so we're back here at Kirk Raymond's house where we played war, right? Well, this garage was one of the jails, right, for one of the teams, right? I got handcuffed inside of that garage. They handcuffed me to a table, all right? I don't know how I did it, but I collapsed my wrist and I squeezed my, the Vietnamese definitely don't live here anymore. Squeezed out of there, and I got out, I was so happy to report back to my team, let them know. But the Vietnamese are definitely not still here because they used to have these little kiddie pools. And they put a privacy fence on our house, which that wasn't there. We had a chain link fence. But they had little kiddie pools that they grew rice in. And these are the apartments right here where Bruce, the kid with the lady fingers, this is where he lived, the Romanian kid. All right. So back here, this is the back of my house right here, just to kind of go over it. Had a little galvanized pool. It was a real fucking party.
Privacy fence?
No, it was just a chain link job there. Had the little, had a little galvanized pool. And this right here, in that upper right left corner, that's the house, that's where I was born. I'm not in there, but that was the first home that my mom and dad took me home to. So I grew up in this apartment here, or this 4-family flat on hydraulic, and then when we moved right across the alley to 4035 Bamberger. Yeah. So anyway, we're going this way. This is, these apartments were always like, they were right next to us. I didn't know like anybody that ever lived in these, except for that Romanian kid, Bruce. But I can't tell you how much time I spent like in this little gangway. Like this was kind of the cut through to school, right? So like just run down here. It was great for playing war or whatever. Like it was our little hang, man. Totally. So this is the parking lot for KC's. It used to be a filling station. You were talking about riding bikes and having a place to ramp off. The parking lot used to curve up onto Kurt's grass, just like that, and it was fucking awesome. But then coming out here, this is Resurrection, right across the street. So this is where fucking all of us went, you know. But same type deal, right? Like I could get up if school started at 7:30. I could leave at 7:28 and be in my desk, you know, no big deal. I was changing the flag out here when my grandma had her heart attack in '96. My dad resuscitated her while he was driving, took her to Election Brothers right down the road. So like my lifelong dream is to buy this place. Like I'm still planning on buying it. I'll make a house of it, whatever. We always give it a little homage whenever we have fuzzball tournaments or whatever. We call our team the Hydraulic Street Lumber Company. That right there across the way was like a little senior center. And this is our church, dude. In our church, I had no idea how dope this church was because it was just our church. Like it was just what was regular for us.
I remember thinking how different yours was.
It's super modern, it's super contemporary, and even to this day, like we did Dad's funeral there. We got permission from the Vietnamese. There was a hostile takeover with the Vietnamese.
Yao, this one?
They took things over. They came in, they took it over, and they've even changed it again since the last time I've been here. Vietnamese have like a distinctly different Jesus and Mary and everything. This one, there used to be a little walk-through garden where their Mary had like fucking like really like drag makeup. I cannot believe this, but this tree right here we buried this tree. There was a kid named Ernie Sharoni, and he and his dad and his brother were hit by a train. Ernie was the only one that didn't live. And so we had this whole dedication ceremony. I came out here. Ernie would have been in 8th grade that year, which would have made me like in 1st grade, maybe kindergarten. And we planted this tree, and it was like this little seedling right here. And now it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, Ernie J. Scaroni.
Is it over there?
Yeah.
There you go.
1990.
There you go. Yeah, I would have been in 1st grade.
It's a monster.
It was just a little seedling that they put in the deal. That's where I was baptized. Like this was our baptismal. So it was like they don't even use it anymore, but it's really cool. Like they have this, huh?
Lit up from the outside.
Well, yeah. That was all stained glass in there, and then there's in the middle of it is like the basin that they do the baptism in. It's super dope.
Yeah, I bet pagans never built anything like that.
No, not at all. Well, and actually, what's interesting about that. And I got the deal somewhere, but it's actually the clacker on the bell. The church is in the shape of a bell from up top. So if you look at it, that's just the thing that swings in between the bell. And I didn't know a lot of this shit until I was, way older.
So if you look at it from like a GPS satellite view or whatever.
Yep. Oh, we'll pull it up. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's cool.
That's the Hayflinger's house down there. Yep, totally. Yeah, we can just do a circle around and then we'll go in. But yeah, like it's that's the convent over there, which is hilarious.
Like a different color, like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it has like the different tone of brick.
No doubt.
And your church being like, is that really their church?
Yeah, like it doesn't have a steeple, or it does, but like nobody ever saw the steeple.
Yeah,
Which is a funny story about that. It's really cool. When Father Wersch came here, he told this story at my dad's funeral. I never knew anything about it, but the bells weren't working. And he's like, you know, he's talking to Mel, who was like the school custodian, and he wanted to get it working. They dove into the history, and when this church was built, the priest that was taking it over, St. Anthony's had been built like 10 years before, and they boasted about having the tallest steeple in Dutchtown. And so they built this one 6 feet taller just to be able to say that Resurrection had, which was just, you know, the beginning of, you know, all of the other times that, the beginning of all the, you know, all the times that Resurrection dominated St. Anthony's in just about everything. So this right here, this is Grand Central Station. For every kid who went to Resurrection, they know this house. This is Ray Hayflinger's house. Ray and Connie Hayflinger, Chad, Trey, Jamie and Tara. This is where we made it all happen, dude.
Your school picnic, like this is where
So the school picnic was all throughout the church parking lot back here. So everybody was partying at the Hayflinger's house every year.
That,
so where we went before, where I was telling you that JoJo would recognize the house, my best friend's house, that for me would be like the north side of the party, and then the real party was over here. And there was always some people hanging out at the Wankers or the Trumpers or whatever. But this, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there next. But this was the yard that we flooded. There used to be a giant pool, but we flooded this side of the yard to play hockey when we saved that girl's life. When Wayne saved that girl's life. I tasted my first cigarette, posted behind this little. We were fucking young little badass little kids. This is the churches. This is this right here is the rectory.
Yeah.
And then down there they had like a little food deal, and then we probably still see them, but they let us paint bases on the parking lot back here. So it was a perfect little diamond. It was a nice little setup, dude. We played football out here every day. We'd have a, you know, end zone here, end zone here. The only dream I ever died in. Oh, just because we're here, you got to turn. This is the house that I hit a bomb, bud. I hit a bomb, and this is where the glass crashed. We thought it was the window, but it was actually the old lady. So right now we're in an alley behind the Hayflinger's house. And so these were kind of the boundaries of our, there's a debate here. There's a debate as to what is the longest fuzzball home run hit by someone in our class. Joe Weezy once parked one as a lefty on top of the garage. Okay, I as a righty hit that dumpster.
That's further.
It's further because it's fucking math. All right? It's, guys. That's a bomb, bud. Now I don't know where it went. He might have lost it over the top of it.
But that's
it's a bomb.
Monster.
Listen, that's a bomb. I'm not taking away from anybody.
That's a bit like he's got to get it high enough to get it over that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think that his, no doubt.
You hit that dumpster?
That dumpster. The dumpster further. I'm pretty sure. I might have that backward.
Way over that freaking thing.
Anyway. So we showed you the gal's house. All she ever wanted us to do, and dude, it's crazy to see the neighborhood just like overgrown and kind of all crazy, because like there were these old pockets of older people that really just were holding shit down and holding it together. It looks like they got rid of our bases, which is punishable by jungle warfare. Anyway. So yeah, you're heading down towards home plate. This right here was this was the mound. They must have, they resurfaced it. There haven't been any kids playing here for a while, but about right here is your mound. You know, you're standing about right where home plate was. All the gals would go up to the corner store. They'd get us sandwiches, and they'd come out here and they'd get their nails done, right? So we put on a whole deal. We built a handmade scoreboard. We made an actual Gold Glove award. Ray helped us. Spray foam, fucking painted it gold. We had the whole nine, dude. I had a dream. The only dream I ever died in was right here. I died right here. We were playing football like we always did. I go up to jump up to catch a ball, and this is how unrealistic it is. I go to jump up. Buddy runs into me, smashes my head into the corner of the bricks there, and as soon as I fall, boom, this stairway to heaven drops out of the sky right by the garage up there. And so I was just like, oh.
Try to jump that high.
And I'm not trying anything. I mean, back in the day, I could have. I could have got up there, you know, maybe. Maybe. But this dude here, the poor bastard, you know, we had he's in the power alley. You know, he's in the power alley. So we were peppering his fucking house with bombs all the time. J-Rob one time, no bullshit, J-Rob one time hit a ball over this dude's house, which is a real respectable shot. And he didn't, I mean, that happened often, it happened a few times, but because the porch was so short, we never thought like it was a bomb like on those levels, because that's fucking forever up there. J-Rob hit it over this dude's house, never opened his eyes once. From the time the pitch was coming to the time it went over, he just closed and prayed, and he fucking hit a bomb like I'd never seen.
He just felt it or heard it? Or?
I think he was just afraid of getting hit with it, so he closed his eyes and hit it. I don't know. Anyway, all right, so yeah, so the school picnic covers this whole deal.
That's what
Memorial Day.
Back for me.
Memorial Day, this is where the whole thing was, and then that was where like we would have the young kids would have recess on this parking lot, and then the older kids, 6th grade and up, would have recess on the cage parking lot. Which now when we think about it, that's kind of crazy. So the Wankers house, they actually still live there, Ken and Jude. It's the house right here on the corner. We can totally do it. So you were talking about the factory. This is probably what brings you into the neighborhood.
Yes, this is what I remember most about your neighborhood.
So I think Amy Arnett was just added to the group not that long ago. She grew up in this house. She was from, dude, there's the brickwork on all these houses are the shit. Like the house, if you look straight down to the end, right down this block, if you look straight down to the end, at the very end there, that's Joe Weezy's house.
Oh, nice.
You know, the Earharts live right here. They're in the page. Danielle Pennington, Becky Isley. She's always pretty busy on the page. But yeah, I mean, this was like home number 2 for me. You know, the Wankers house. Me and Wayne were real tight.
Being a kid, I didn't realize how close it was to everything. I mean, you guys.
No doubt.
There, like,
no doubt. Yeah, we were all connected by, you know, just real close to one another. I mean, you know, oh, looks like they're selling it, dude. I think Wayne already told me that, but that right there is like they're the last hangers on of the resurrection crowd. You know, I think they did it for as long as they could. You know. But I've had more fun in that garage, in that backyard, and especially in that basement.
Oh, dude, saw Monty Python for the first time in that basement.
Watched Super Troopers in that basement. Fucking cried my eyes out laughing. And then yeah, so we get down here to this is Bingham. So you were talking about the factory noises. I can't tell you how many nights I sat up, you know, just drunker than Cooter Brown, and just listened to the steam whistles. You know. This,
right now, maybe not
yeah, a little bit, but yeah, it's just a slow hum. Yeah. And like we didn't, you know, Wayne's house was definitely the boundary. Like we didn't really travel that way too much, but down here it dead ends at like it doesn't dead end at Western Bowl. There's like a paper factory that's now like U-Haul. But like we would go down to Western Bowl, go bowling. I bought my first beer ever there. I was like 15 years old. Bought this new beer called Schlafly, and like it was fucking great. Yeah, man. Like this is the old neighborhood. This is the kind of the south end of it. Like we would go up that way a little bit towards St. Mary's. There's more kids that lived over there. Like you were saying, J-Rob, Brian Freezy lived over there. And the boundary goes the other way a little bit. I think we should do this series, and we'll just do episode 2. Tell some you know, some more funny stories from here. But it's home, man.
like stays glowing orange the whole time. It's
What?
wide. I know. Hey guys.
Good morning. How about
Look at
this
us.
little setup? I
Look at
feel
us.
so quaint today.
This is interesting.
Good morning.
We have a lot of room in here.
Well, we do have a lot of room in here. Can run around. There's a lot of depth there. Good morning to all of our viewers on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Periscope. Steve's getting some laps in. For some reason, Hewlett-Packard would like to make me aware of my warranty status. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen and non-binaries and sentient artificial intelligence. To the Hoosier Sophisticate Morning Show. Tuesdays are always an interesting day around here because we got to kind of try and just fucking pivot.
Tuesdays.
I snoozed a bunch this morning, bud. I couldn't. Couldn't sleep last night. I was too juiced. I was too juiced up.
I had so much fun last night.
I had an absolute blast. We've got some real talent in this town. In all kinds of different. They're not done in this town.
They're just getting started in this town.
Meredith did a great job emceeing and making me
fucking nailed it.
feel like I'm a sinner. You know.
Yeah, she's a great host.
She's good at making you feel like you're a sinner. And then
a sinner?
Sinner.
Or the center.
No, a sinner.
Okay.
She's a child of God.
Yeah.
And
she made us.
Yeah,
She let us know.
Let me know that I wasn't in that club.
Yeah, you're going to hell, bud.
I'm
How's
out
that
of here.
feel?
I'm boom out of here.
Because sin is that much more fun. You
Hell, only the good die young.
I'm dying because I'm good.
I was just gonna let you. Just to watch him die.
There was another. Who else? It's the
Holiday season. And Scoopity-doo, and a skeedily-bop, and diddly-dee, and a wiggity-wop.
She'll be coming down the chimney
down.
What does that even mean? She'll be coming
He'll
down
be coming down the chimney now.
He'll be coming down the chimney
Santa comes down the chimney down, man.
Coming down the chimney down.
I think it's chimney now, maybe. Well, I don't know.
I
think it's like a Bruce Springsteen Manfred Mann situation where he's wrapped up like a deuce, but the singer kind of put him
like a deuce.
Yeah, but Manfred Mann clear as day says douche.
Look at these fucking cars.
I know, man. The people don't even know the magic.
Look good or what?
It looks really good. We've got at least a temporary arrangement. We're sitting at our kids' table. Right now.
We're two little kids here. Let's have a good time.
Where they all get lifted up and talk about politics.
Look at us. We look like dopes.
We look like a couple of dickheads.
Hey, guys. Welcome to the Hoosier Show.
I don't want to eat the cranberry sauce, Mom. I hate sitting over here. It makes me feel like I'm an outcast in society. You know, I have input, too, on the subtle nuances of political theater, and I would like to talk about it at the adult table.
We're 13, Mom. We're 13, not 12.
Yeah, I wish you would show me a little more respect. I'm 13 years old. I got 3 hairs on my nutsack.
You want to see him, Mom? Hey, Mom, you want to see my pubes?
Lots of room for you guys to dance, says the birthday
Oh,
gal.
yeah.
Should we do it? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jenny Elgin, my secret lover. Happy birthday to High five, bud. Guess what that means for you?
What does that mean?
It means you're gonna get your little pee-pee wet tonight.
No,
birthday sex. Birthday sex.
You mean she gets to get her pee-pee wet?
Well, yeah. Strap it on, baby.
Get your pee-pee wet, girl.
Get your pee-pee wet. Go on, get your pee-pee wet, girl. Get your pee-pee wet. Like a couple of fucking idiots. Can anybody bring us a couple more card tables to balance this out?
This table's ridiculous.
It's just how I know.
And we're both trying
it's
to
just how
talk
It's just how I know I've
behind it.
got to fucking do something about my girth.
Let's sit like this, man.
Oh, you want to fucking open it up, bud?
Open it up.
Let's fucking
bud.
open it up.
Let it eat. You gotta let the big dog eat. Come on.
Dude, that's right. Whenever Jason said he had a DMX controller, I thought that's what he was talking about.
Me too.
He had like a little remote controlled DMX and just rolled around the room like a Roomba and just barked at people.
I love DMX.
Who didn't?
Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. I got blood on my dick and there's no remorse. I got blood on my dick because I fucked
the horse.
Corpse.
Oh. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, my mom.
She didn't like that one, huh?
Nope.
Well, you know, Betty.
Well, she was like,
she'll come around.
She's like, this album cover.
You may not get it, but your kids are gonna love it.
I played Slippin' after that, though. I'm slipping. I'm falling. I can't get up. I said I'm slipping. I'm falling. I got to get up.
I remember that one.
She liked that jam a lot. You want? I don't think people have heard the story of when Jen and I first kissed.
I wish you'd tell it, pal. I wish you'd tell it on her birthday of all days. It seems as good a day as any.
It's a fun story. Guys,
Okay.
Jenny and I were dating many moons ago. We were still in our courtship, and my aunt was house sitting. Shit, I don't even know how long is it. This is a long time ago. So I'm watching.
Oh, it's a little better.
Yeah, way better. Yeah,
still the same.
And our TV's
vantage.
over here too. So
Hey, we're just gonna go ahead and look over here.
This is a good show.
Because it's the holiday season.
And
Scoodly-doo, and skeedly-bop, scoodly-doo, and a waddly-wop, coming down the chimney down.
Jenny, do you not want me to tell the story?
Tell
Too
that
bad.
story.
Happy
Too bad.
birthday.
Happy birthday. These are your spankings.
These are your happy story spankings. So, you know, and I'm kind of the.
You're a Lothario, bud.
I'm Juan.
Don Juan
Dominguez. What's his last name?
Don Juan DeMarco Farr.
Yes. Yeah.
I need to come off the field. The Patriots are playing too hard. I come off the field at the end of the game.
Is that what DeMarco Farr did? He was
he
solid.
did. No, it was against Tennessee. Oh. And we ended up winning because he get his ass off the table.
All right, so you guys are running in kind of similar. So you know how South City is. Maybe for those people that aren't from the area, South City is this weird little interconnected web of everybody knows everybody. So you're gonna cross paths with probably with the love of your life at a young age. That's just by the numbers. That's by the numbers. Go ahead.
So my aunt lives in a real big house off of Tesson. So she's got one of those houses out there off Tesson, one of those big ones in one of the neighborhoods.
Yep.
And so I said, hey, gal, I come from affluence. You want to come over to my aunt's house and check it? You want to check it out? And so we were hanging out. We were like reading gossip magazines and stuff, kind of that whole thing.
Tiger
like,
Beat, like pillow fight and
crazy.
shit.
Let's take a quiz. Let's take a quiz.
Let's take a quiz.
Yeah, I guess.
Is that what you're saying?
I guess.
Okay, I'll just make sure I was.
Yeah, you got it. Bless you.
No, I'm just trying not to cough because I've got a rip in my side from just side-splitting comedy.
So we're up there and we're hanging out. I had some people over before. Maybe not necessarily that night, but I know there was like, hey, my aunt's out of town for a week. Let's go do this thing, man. So Jen comes over and I'm like, oh, man, tonight's the night. I'm going to give her a little smooch. I'm just going to give her a little smooch. So I said, okay, we set it all up. We're hanging out for most of the night. And is that H6? Yeah. Turn me up. Turn me up. There he goes. He's going this way. Now he's going this way. Good morning, beautiful souls. What's up, STL Mike? What's up, Jen Elgin? What's up, Kenzie? Okay, I'm going to be talking like this most of the time here, bud. I'm going to be about right here. Send me right here, right here. I probably could go up just a little bit. Send me up just a little bit. Like, so I want to be hitting those reds, you know? That's where I'm feeling really good. Really good. I'm feeling really good. You want to do yours too? Hey, I'm Craig, and I'm right here. Yeah, that's perfect. There's Craig. There he goes. There he goes. It's the holiday season.
And scoodly-doo.
And skeedly-dee. So we are, there's electricity in the air.
Sure.
And I'm like, ooh, little nerves, we're laying on the couch. We're singing and dancing a little bit. We're free, man. Free kids. Just loving it, living it. So it gets to the end of the night. The night's winding down, and I'm gonna lay one on her, a little smooch fest. I liked.
You'd be a damned fool not to.
And I've always grown up as the big romance guy. Like I remember on vacation one time when I was like in 8th grade, we met these girls, Greta and. Yeah, they were
foreign exchange students.
No, but
their parents just hated them. I'm sorry, anybody named Greta. Yeah, that's not fair.
They were traveled. They were well traveled.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you ignorant piece of shit.
Born in fucking don't know, Denmark or something.
Oh, I know. I would have never. I would have never got.
I'm not gonna alienate our hottest market right now. Denmark, we love you.
We love you, Denmark. We do. I really sincerely love you, Denmark. So, after trying to stick my thumb in her butt a few times.
Yeah, I was wondering. Usually that, I figured you guys were.
I said, I love
a little
you.
mutual fingering.
I'll never die. What
any romantic would
blueprint.
do. Yeah, the blueprint for a lifelong romance.
Blueprint.
Yep.
So, I can feel it. And I've always been romantic. Like I was telling you, 8th grade in Florida, giving her the big kiss goodbye. Like, you're going to remember
dipping
this.
her in the moonlight.
Yeah, that's what I was living for that time.
I'm the same way. I get you. That's why we're fucking didn't our peepees touch till we were way older.
I remember too. Me and my buddy Tom Bankston went with me. Tommy B, Tommy Ham, and we're like, necking with these chicks. Yeah. And the one chick pops up. They're on a trampoline. Side note.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're on a sidebar right now. Sidebar from the time you met your beautiful wife.
I was kissing some other chick.
Yeah, nice segue.
And actually, we were just more like. Very good conversation.
Yeah, it was nice to see you in Florida, of all places. It's very good to meet you, Greta.
And her dad came down, and she's like, Greta! And the other girl's name was like,
Greta?
And Tom was
I'm so hungry.
Could we go get some nice chocolates?
Did you see the breadcrumbs? I found them leading to you.
And so we're on this trampoline. I'm on the side of it. And on the trampoline.
Nice sidebar, she said.
Tom goes... and flattens his body out.
Like he's not going to be seen on the treadmill.
And the chick plays a good one. She's like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, oh, what are you doing? She's like, just laying here. You know what I mean? And all you can see is the top of
the top of your little boner?
Yeah, top of Tom's little boner. And so sticking up. Well, he didn't even notice it. And I was on the other side. And he's like, and me and Tom were like, dude, that was friggin' close, dude.
How did her dad not see my schwans? How did he not even see it? The dude's blind.
Hans and Schwans
with Greta over here.
Back to the real story.
The important story.
So romantic. So we're there, and we had a great night. Like, I could tell the sparks were there, the chemistry. Like, it's like this is my gal here. You know what I mean? Like, it was a good feeling. And so at the end of the night, we're walking out to the porch. And the big porch, big house out in South County.
We get it. You got a lot
huge.
of money, dude.
It was my aunt.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so your privilege isn't extended to your relatives.
Nope. They hate us. We're the poors. We're always been the poors.
Put my mask on so I don't have to smell your bullshit, pal.
Me too. So where'd you go?
You can't see that bottom half of my face, can you?
Go? Where'd the bottom half of your face
my client
go?
Probably wouldn't appreciate that name being out there.
What, Realtree?
Get me started on Realtree.
Okay.
Started on.
So we head out to the porch. The moonlight, crisp air, and I'm gonna lay one on her, right?
Yeah, dude. Kiss that gal's socks off.
Funny you mentioned that. So we're out there, and you can tell the moment is building, and we're it's not how we met. I love how we met stories from Good Morning, Kush Coach. And who else is that? Chris?
Chris's mom. She's got it going on.
Chris's mom has got it going on. Hooray! So,
Hooray!
I never thought that I could see anything more than ecstasy, but definitely I could never see.
Because he'll be coming down the chimney now.
Go ahead. People hate us. So, it's going to be, this is it. I'm going to take her in my arms, fucking give her a smooch, right? Here we go. I'm kind of like, all right, I had a lot of fun with you, kind of looking around.
Thanks for spending the night to me. Now taste my
now,
tongue.
Now I'm getting ready to come in. I'm going to give her one of these, like, surprise
smoochie.
Surprise. So I go like this, and as I'm coming in, she does one of these where she's like, and falls completely back out.
Just fainting goat.
Flip-flop, flops off. Flip-flop, flops off.
She went down hard.
She went down her flip.
Down goes Frazier.
Yeah, dude. I was like, oh shit.
Now, hang on. Like, had your lips touched at
No.
this point?
It was right, like,
And she gone.
she gone. Yeah, we'll kiss in front of you. We don't fucking care.
I'm more worried about my coffee breath than you accidentally kissing me. I don't.
it's okay.
I don't want to have to
You
put you
always
through
stink.
that.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
okay. It's my balls. I'm sorry.
I know where that smell originates from. My mouth to your balls.
My mouth to God's balls.
That's my new favorite
Yeah,
saying.
no doubt. My mouth to God's balls, man.
Hand to God's balls. So I'm like, fuck. I think I don't know what has happened. I kind of go, oh shit, and I kind of hold her for a second, and I'm like,
you're slapping her?
I'm giving her one of these.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, I'm like,
Get out the salts! Get out the salts! This broad is out!
So then I lay her down because she's still out, and I run in the house to grab a cordless phone.
Yeah.
So I
or the
grabbed
defibrillator
cordless
would have been a
phone.
better play.
They didn't have one. So I grabbed, I know, what kind of
house doesn't have a defibrillator? I thought you came from money.
So I grabbed the phone, I come back out, and I'm like holding her, and I'm like, I'm gonna call the ambulance now just to see if she was faking. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people,
like you get with a kid, and like they kind of open their one eye.
She's like, how do I get out of this?
Yeah.
Kissing fucking halitosis, Mr. Halitosis over here. Supercalifragilistic. I ain't kissing Mr. Halitosis.
Fair
you know
enough.
what I mean?
Yep.
So she starts coming to. I mean, I'm dialing 911 at this point. She's coming to, so I put the phone down. I'm like, oh shit, are you okay? Like, are you good here? And she's like, yeah. I just need to get out of here. And I'm like, I don't think you should drive right now. You just fell out pretty hard. Like, you don't see that every day.
Yeah, and honestly, it's only terrifying to wake up from passing out and the other person's pants be off if it's not the love of your life. But
Yeah.
if you know right out the gate, like,
Well, we had our first kiss when she was out.
It's endearing. Yeah, I know.
I was like,
he's just licking her.
Licking her face. I was like, this will bring her back.
Let me get some of that
like a
schnozberry, bro.
Like Lassie trying to wake someone up. Licking her ear and my little cold nose just on it. Okay. Get real. So.
Get me out of here. Nice knowing you. That's what she said. I am like, get me out of here. Nice knowing you.
Whatever. And so, whatever.
God.
You're still here.
You're not fooling
You're
anybody.
not fooling me. And so she's out. She's coming back too. This house is like, there's a giant hill. Like, they can't even park in their driveway in the snow. It's terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
Try getting a radiant, heated driveway,
Terrible.
you fucking
They
poor.
could have. I mean, they could have had
anything they wanted.
Yeah, like
they could have hired a team to just shovel their driveway.
What is that called when it's little rocks, like little pebbles? Ooh, the concrete that's little pebbles.
Permeated
I should
concrete?
know that. No.
Oh, aggregate?
Aggregate.
That's a native
you
hemp
could-
extract. A moment of clarity.
But that was, you can get heated that, and that's fucking, you can drive up that. Anyway, so she's got she's got to walk a little ways to get to where she kind of needs to go to her car to even drive out of here. So I'm like, maybe you should sit here for a second. And we're sitting there. And she's like, And if you know Jen, she's like, "Get me the fuck out of here!" I just passed out.
Jen and I share.
Yeah,
Jen and I
it's like,
shared the crippling anxiety that
please.
is embarrassment for the human condition. So I can only imagine exactly like she's 48 shades of red, just trying to run through a wall if possible. I once tried to hide. If you guys look right back where those drums are, I actually tried to walk inside of a wall after making a complete ass of myself in front of a dear friend of ours. I couldn't climb behind those fuckers. I was just, as soon as I said it, I fucking took a wide turn like this was my approach, and then I was just gonna fucking walk and just fucking as hard as I could.
Go behind the curtain and almost look like you would. Do it. That'd be hilarious. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Where'd he go? I can see your foot, you idiot.
It's my kids playing fucking hide and seek. Get a fucking clue, kid.
Get a clue, guy.
God damn, you're not playing with some idiot. Give me some credit. I'm a great hide and seek player.
So she's coming to now, and she's like, I gotta get out of here. Now I can tell. So I'm like, are you sure you're okay to drive? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, okay, well, let's talk for another minute. Okay, what happened tonight? She's like, oh yeah, you tried to you pushed me. I'm like, I didn't touch you.
You pushed me.
No, she was like, oh yeah, we were looking at stuff. Just please let me get out of here. I'm fine. I just passed out for a second. I'm like, I don't know if I should let you drive as a, I freaking 18.
Yeah, you're concerned.
Yeah. So I'm like, maybe 19 or 20 when this happens. So she walks down to her car, and I'm still like, fuck, man. Like, that was fucking wild. And I tell her when she's like getting them up and walking away, I go, okay, when you pull out of this subdivision, and from this vantage point, told you it's up on a hill, you can see the road. You can see the road out about, 10 seconds worth of driving. And then you get to a T in the road. This one takes you back to Tesson. This one will take you straight to the fucking Merrimack River.
Sure.
Whatever you do, don't go right. You've already been through enough tonight, having to talk to me for consecutive hours, passing out on a front porch, and now driving home. I just hope you're okay. Do not, whatever you do, don't go right. When you get to the T.
Don't go right.
It's the Merrimack River, and it floods, and it's just, okay, it's a whole situation down there.
Yeah.
She's driving. Okay, see you later. Oh, fuck. She gets in the car, drives down. I'm like, oh, man, that was wild. I see her driving. I'm like, certainly she's going to go left. I'm like,
hung a Ricky, huh?
Oh, no, hung a right. I'm like, there she goes. She just passed out, and now she's driving into the
floodplain.
Merrimack. Yeah, it was like farmers' fields that would flood. And I'm like, oh, no. And I think, man, she might have to help me out, but I think I had to call her. She called me, and she's like, how do I get out of here? No, I fucking said go right.
Dude, listen, you're already giving me signals that you're not going to be a good listener in this relationship.
Oh, fuck. So we've had some fun moments, man, and she's the
best.
She's great.
She's my fucking roll dog.
I know, dude. It's awesome.
I do. I look forward to. I always know whenever we're having a party, there's going to be at least a couple of moments where she and I are going to share a hard laugh and just be completely embarrassed for, like I said, it's the human condition. It's not any one person.
Nope.
It's the dumb shit that every one person is going to do at some point that somehow I feel because we come from the same cosmic goo. And so their embarrassment becomes my embarrassment. And then, of course, the two of us being hitched to you, those moments are plentiful.
You guys carry mine for you. Oh, yeah,
100%.
she did. She called me. Yeah, she called me. She's like, where am I?
Like, you weren't listening, were you? You were still spinning?
Nope, on your own.
Yeah. You were still spinning from the embarrassment of passing out before I laid a little smoochie on you?
She's like, I'm going to come back there and get that fucking kiss, bud.
Pull that dick out. I'm on my way.
Aggressive.
A little aggressive, lady.
Okay.
She'd had some river water. Once you get that river water in you, it's unpredictable.
Parasite.
You ever had one of those? A little Singapore dick slug up in you?
Of course.
I'm 36 years old.
37.
37 for you, I guess. Old. Okay, that's a big Jenny love fest.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Jen.
birthday,
I
Jim.
love you. If you want to say your favorite things about Jen or favorite
you should put them. You should put your
Jen,
favorite moments with Jen.
Favorite positions with Jen? Whatever your thing is.
Every time I have a seizure, my butt hurts and I can't figure out why. Well, put some like chopsticks. You know what you do? You put you put rubber bands around like this, right? Okay, you put rubber bands like this, so that you got like a band of rubber bands right here across the cheeks.
Okay.
And then you take like slats of wood or whatever you want and go up and down like this, and then you spread your cheeks so that you kind of get like some leverage on these, and then you go, Pah! And you fucking, if you can snap these hard enough, the force will fucking snap those fucking twigs in half, bud.
And then if anybody tries to take advantage of you after a seizure, they get splinters?
No, I'm just saying you could.
You're just saying you could just snap.
You're strong.
Snap wood with your butt. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Happy birthday, Jen. Oh, I love all you guys.
Let's
I
see,
love her.
How much fun is that?
She's great.
It's been an interesting first hour. We got to know you. We got to know me. We got to know how you almost killed your future wife with a.
Almost murdered her.
I mean, you can't argue that a kiss isn't passionate if
Kiss
it's
from
damn
a
near
rose.
killing a broad.
I know, dude. It's just like in the movies, if, you know, like, I don't know if it's happened in the movie, but you're like, oh, and the person's like, oh, I can't believe this fucking stud wants to lay one on me. What? Oh, wait.
Jared says, "Happy B-Day, Jen." All right, Kush Kush. Settle down, Jared.
Jared's too handsome to be fucking wishing my wife.
Yeah, I'm telling you, guys. Steve likes breaking boards with his ass. Where we're at right now is we're at a point in the show where we typically like to take a couple of minutes for all of you to get a. Oh yeah, Jason blew that yesterday. Dude, we had a customer come in here. You want to know what makes Sweet Leaf different in Festus than most other little head shops that you might walk into? We had a customer walk in, and Jason just, like, he commissioned a piece of glass, and Jason blew him on the spot. and then he made him a pipe.
He'll never get old.
Jason's always blowing people. But in all seriousness, like the fact that Jason's here, he's here to make glasses, here to make some cool stuff, and it was amazing. Like you were saying before we started this, here it's like moss to a flame, man. He had that bench going. He was blowing glass last night, kind of leading up to the comedy show, and he was just making. That's borosilicate. You could throw that son of a bitch against the wall.
Should I?
Sure. Just toss it behind you.
I always
Dude, it makes
do
me
it,
nervous too. You got to get over it.
Is this? But he added color. He just adds that on top though, right?
All right. Well, whatever. Don't do it. I don't
Should I do
care.
it?
Do whatever you want. My wife needs blowing lessons.
I'm scared.
All right. It's okay.
He does it all the time.
I'll let him do it when he comes in here around 10 o'clock.
Okay.
I'll say, hey, Jason, grab one of your pipes and throw it because I don't want to break one of your. I don't want to break it. And he's going to say, you fucking idiots! I tell you all the time, just throw it. It's fine.
I know he stomped on him.
It makes me fucking really nervous.
I don't.
We have mental blocks in our brains.
No, it's fine.
We have mental.
That's fine.
Did Jason blow me yet? Well, he just got his setup here, Kush Coach. So maybe you can exercise a little patience. Yeah.
No, he said he even said it yesterday. He's fucking working on.
He's got your hash pipe.
Yep.
Guys, we have sponsors, and the sponsors, Jason's one of them, so it's topical.
It's topical.
And then we have Native Hemp Extract, and we have Adam Bundren with Bundren Property Group, and we have Adam McChesney with Ms. Marketing.
The D8 gummies last night.
Big hit. Big hit.
They love them.
Big hit. Honestly, if you're not eating D8 gummies, you're dumb. You're dumb.
You're dumb times 8.
Oh, for real though, for a legal cannabis experience, it's as good as it gets. And if you eat enough of them, you gonna get out there on your titties. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bono's Hydro. He know how to grow. You got plants going?
Yep.
I don't think it's.
That's cool.
You got plants going?
Nope.
How they doing? They just died.
Dude, I didn't get to see them yesterday.
What? They're probably dead.
I know. And now they're in dark. I'm gonna run home and check on them today and then come.
It's not a bad idea. I got my
Yeah.
work Christmas party. It'd be a good time for us to.
What does that mean?
And we can always come back here. We got
coming
two
back.
major fucking things to put
coming
together
back.
in the next couple of days, bud.
What?
Well, we got a skit that's going to knock these people's dicks in the dirt, a holiday skit. And then we also have something very important to make so that we can have an awesome bench testing product in here. So,
friendship, fellowship, and yeah.
Send me pics of those sexy ladies. He wants to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, USPS is shitting the bed on all of us, Kush.
Yeah,
Coach.
what is up with
It's all
that?
good, buddy. It's all good. Ooh,
baby, I
wee.
love you way.
Okay, that too. I was thinking, what's up with that? What's up with that? Guys, these are our sponsors. Hopefully
Look,
you stick
down
around.
here all the time, too.
They're about I don't know, 7 minutes of sponsors. Take a little quick break.
If you love us,
get you a
you'll
cup
call
of
them
coffee.
and just say, "I heard about."
I just
you guys."
wish you'd give our sponsors just a shot. Because,
Just say, "I heard about you."
Most of them are. They can help you out. They can make your life better. And I
Yeah,
mean,
honestly, yes.
If you're not
That's what
doing
we've
that, then what's the problem?
And they're all good people. We've tried to put together good people. We can talk about cannabis maybe in the second or third hour.
Oh, we're going to talk a little cannabis because
Because we're not going to be fucking bought and sold by the fucking cannabis industry. It's so weird to be on the fighting dispensaries and cultivators. It's so fucking weird for me, but I am learning something new every day. I got something I want to talk about, RSO, coming up after the break. Okay. That
We
hot
had kind of a big we had something big happen in the Missouri cannabis industry yesterday.
Yes, we did.
Right before our show started, and we're gonna use what we were doing for our show to talk about it, but we're gonna break it down a little bit today. You know, have our reactions to it and see what's going on there. So stick around if you would. These are our sponsors. We'll be back in around 7 minutes. Nope. God damn it. Come on, babe.
It was on the right one. You're just gonna do this one?
No, I'm not.
James.
Oh, hey. It's Adam McChesney with Ms. Marketing. We specialize in lead generation, filling your pipeline, and taking care of your payments. Give us a call today.
Adam from Ms. Marketing took me from 10 leads to 300 leads in a month, and I became the strongest boy in the schoolyard.
He increased the revenue for my charter fishing business by 30% in 1 month. Ms. Marketing.
What was that Facebook algorithm? What was that Instagram? Ms. Marketing.
I know it's late, baby, but you got me thinking about my dream home.
Yeah, girl. You know, Bungeon Property Group doesn't just sell houses, they sell dreams. You know when the best time to talk about dreams is? In the middle of the night. That's why Bungeon Property Group is famously open 24 hours a day, so you can whisper sweet nothings in the middle of the night. Oh yeah. Tell me all your dreams of white picket fences, in-ground pools, and I'll find them for you. In an area with a low crime rate, general proximity to nice parks, walking distance to the grocery store, easy access to the highways. A place where you can offer a quality education to your children, all while feeling safe in your front yard while they play. Let me talk that dream house talk to you. Let me be your dream realtor. Adam Bondred.
Hey, DJ Shaba.
Hey, ladies. I'm gonna smoke a little weed, boy.
I wanna grow some trees, boy.
When I grow all the weed that I smoke,
And I blow all the trees that he grows.
and I smoke all the weed that I grow.
And I grow all the trees that he smokes.
Well, I'm growing and I'm smoking. So I go see Bo. And I'm smoke what I grow, yeah. Proactive solution. And I'm growing the hydro.
Bo knows hydro.
And I'm growing the hydro.
Proactive solutions.
Bo no hydro. Bo no hydro. Bo no hydro. Bo know how to grow. Bo know how to grow. Proactive solution. Bo know how to grow. Proactive solution. I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Want a poster looking like me. Checking the swamp man for a pretty girl. Being an outlaw in an outlaw world.
Hey, I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Want a poster looking like me. Walking my hound dog, surfing that swamp. Catching crow that do the sweetly stomp. Everybody do the sweetly stomp.
It's a stomp. It's a wiggle. Turn around. A little tickle. It's a stomp. Move your feet. Head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf.
Dude, man, get on down to Sweet Leaf Emporium and do that Sweet Leaf stomp, man.
Hey guys, it's me, Kippy the Crazy Koala Bear, and I'm here to tell you about James Carlton Insurance.
Kids, quiet down.
It's the best.
Kids, quiet down and listen to Kippy.
Grown-ups need insurance, and Uncle James can help.
Right on.
Grown-ups need insurance. He's got the best reviews on Yelp. Grown-ups need insurance if they want to protect their house.
Yes, sir.
Grown-ups need insurance if they want to properly bury a spouse.
That's a bit morbid.
Grown-ups need insurance if they drive a truck.
Okay.
Grown-ups need insurance just so they don't get...
Whoa, Kippy, you can't...
Well, I was just going to say
cannot.
get in trouble.
Okay, well, it
you
sounded
don't
like you
want
were
to
going
get
to
in trouble.
sounded like you were going to say something else. James Carlton, State Farm Insurance. You can find him online at carltoninsurance.net, or you can call him at 314-961-4800.
Native hemp inside of me. 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 I got 1,800 milligrams going real good down my throat. When I wake up in the morning and I need a pick-me-up, well, I grab my bottle of native hemp and I splash it on my tongue. Lap, lap, lap. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me.
Native hemp extract, available at HoosierSophisticate.com. Enter code HOSO, H-O-S-O, at checkout for an additional 30% off. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
I'm irritated with the
I'm
fucking.
mad too,
I'm
buddy.
irritated with the beginning of this article, Steve. But it really the whole gosh damn. Yup.
I like that somebody spelled that out. Allie, that's great.
That's so good. I'm supposed to call Bundred at 2 a.m., right?
Yes. Yes, you are, especially if you're moving to Mo, Kush Coach. Come on.
Coach Coach.
Come
yes,
on to the
buddy.
Show Me State, buddy.
Oh! If Coach Coach moves here, I'll shut it down.
Don't do that. I think he wants to come here to be a part of it.
Oh,
man.
okay. Well, I'm just saying, like, I've done it. I made somebody move for me.
Hell yeah, man.
And I'm
Hell
done.
Yeah. I get the power play. I understand it.
You get it. You fucking
get it.
Oh,
yeah. Troubling news came out yesterday in the Missouri.
You're getting all fired up, dude. You're getting all fired up, and it's redlining on you.
Troubling news in the fledgling.
What is
Missouri
that?
Cannabis.
What's
What
that
is
picture?
that? What is that
What's
exactly?
the picture?
It's actually products that appear to be marijuana displayed in tamper-resistant display cases at MoCan BizCon. So it's like probably some of those CBD chocolates, something like that. It doesn't really appear to be fucking marijuana, but
look like fucking bear turds.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Pretty good.
Pretty fucking close.
Scat.
Bear scat.
You know all about that scat.
I do.
You like that? Jesus!
That was little drummer boy auditions.
We missed
back
that.
there. We did miss that. Missouri judge rejects lawsuit questioning state's medical marijuana rules. This is a massive blow, temporary at the moment, but this is from STLtoday.com. From Jefferson City, Missouri's this sentence just bugs me. Okay, bud? It bugs me. Missouri's fledgling medical marijuana program survived a court challenge Monday. It was never in danger of being stamped out. It was never let me tell you what survived yesterday. Okay, what survived yesterday is a crony system where a handful of people were selected, where a handful of winners and losers were determined by the state. Okay, that's what survived, keeping the brakes on what should be a free market. Acting on a lawsuit brought by a company that failed to win one of the licenses offered by the state to grow pot, Cole County Circuit Judge Patricia Joyce said the rules limiting how many companies can grow and sell the product are appropriate and will protect patient safety.
What?
The company that I assume they're talking about is Sarcoxy.
How can the rules limiting how many companies grow and sell the product protect patient safety? What's the thought process?
There is no thought process there. There is.
What's the reasoning?
Patients have nothing to gain by there being a limited number of providers. That is a crock of fucking bullshit. This is an unpatentable drug that or medicine that can be mass cultivated, and it's the one medicine that somebody can't say, hey, I own this chemical structure, and so only I can make it, and so here's the price. However, when the Missouri state government has stepped in, they said, there's not a patent on it, so how can we make it to where the least amount of people can be successful and make money at this? Well, I guess we just grant as few of licenses as we're forced to grant. The department's regulations fall squarely within its constitutional delegation of authority, Joyce wrote. The Sarcoxy family that brought the suit plans to appeal. I think there are strong points to consider on appeal, said Jefferson City Attorney Joseph Bednar. Joyce rejected the entire lawsuit, including a complaint about caps that limit the number of facilities that won licenses from the state. Those limits, Joyce wrote, are based on population data and can be lifted if the need arises.
The need has arisen.
That's not how this works. Yeah, the need has arisen. We have $70 eighths in stores.
Yep.
The lawsuit was filed by the Calicote family last year after state regulators rejected their application to grow medical marijuana as part of a voter-approved initiative legalizing medical marijuana use.
The family said the 60 license limit on cultivation facilities violated the family's constitutional right to farm. The family had planned to open a cultivation facility called the Sarcoxy Nursery in the southwest Missouri town of 1300. They were among an estimated 500 companies vying for the licenses. The lawsuit asked the court to declare the limits unconstitutional and challenge the state's geographical bonuses, which gave more points to businesses in high employment zip codes. But Joyce, in her 37-page decision, said the rules protect the public and do not conflict with the state's right to farm law. The right to farm does not apply to the cultivation of marijuana, Joyce said, which is absolutely nonsensical. Why? That is somebody interpreting. We talked about it last night. Will O'Donnell was talking about in his skit, like first time he went to a Colorado dispensary, he didn't know what they were saying. Do you want edibles? Do you want tinctures? Do you want concentrates? Or do you want flour? And he's like, what's flour? They're like, well, that's what we call the bud that you're smoking. He's like, and in that moment in my adult life, I realized, holy shit, all of this is over a flower. It's a flower. What have I been doing all along?
You don't farm it.
Why? Why?
You got to grow it in a laboratory.
Why then wouldn't it apply to that ag? The Department of Health and Senior Services, which created the regulatory framework, praised the decision. And I think that it's very important that Missourians take this into consideration whenever New Approach potentially puts forth a rec bill in 2022, because they will. Know that New Approach in a very calculated way put DHSS in charge of this program. They took this program, they put them in charge of it, and you have the department praising the decision of keeping Missourians out that they really still can't quantify, other than too much marijuana is a bad thing. We don't believe marijuana is medicine. I'm just parroting the things that the Department of Health and Senior Services. It's as bad as heroin. It's as addictive as opiates. This is the person that runs DHSS. These are the people that New Approach decided to put in charge of this. So, look, there are going to be a lot of people that say, man, I just can't wait until it can go recreational. I'm not participating in this program until more licenses are granted. Fucking straight up. I get it. You don't have a guy, you don't have a person, you want to be safe about it, you want to be legal, you want to buy it from dispensaries, fine. You want to pay that premium, fine. I don't care. I am not rewarding this program. I'm not doing it. After reading this whole thing, I'm fucking over it. We are pleased that our rules and decisions have been affirmed by the court, and we hope that those who have been using this case, we hope that those who have been using this case in an attempt to discredit the state's medical marijuana program will now realize the program has been designed to implement Article 14 fairly and lawfully, said DHSS spokeswoman Lisa Cox, who is also a wife of a top donor and partner in one of the licensed facilities. So
for reals?
Oh, Lisa Cox's husband is like one of the big gun fucking lawyers that help people fucking write applications and everything.
No.
Can you believe it?
And she's helping praise the decision?
The lawsuit is among hundreds of appeals filed against the state by hardworking Missourians who invested their entire life savings to just want to participate in a free market that they could either sink or swim on their own business acumen. All of that ad-libbed by me. The department is licensing 192 dispensaries statewide, 24 in each of the state's congressional districts, to sell marijuana legally to Missourians with a valid medical marijuana patient card. Missouri received at least 1,163 dispensary applications, making it the most competitive field for licenses to enter the fledgling industry, which is expected to top more than $100 million in sales by 2025. Dr. Paul Calicote, a retired cardiologist and principal of Sarcoxy Nursery, and honestly, all-around general cockslinger. I'm a big Paul Calicote fan. I like Paul Calicote. We had a good little time with old Paul. Called the decision deeply disappointing. We continue to stand on the side of patients, veterans, and the diverse group of small business women and men who seek to participate in our state's burgeoning medical marijuana industry, Calico said. He added the legal wrangling over the rules has been unfortunate. We've always believed that the millions of dollars in medical marijuana fees being used by the state to fight applicants would be better spent on supporting our war heroes and veterans, especially now with COVID-19 ravaging veterans' homes across Missouri.
Goddamn right, bud.
Dispensaries are beginning to open more than 2 years after voters gave the okay for the state to establish a regulatory system. A percentage of the sales will benefit military veterans. This is fucking. They're fucking shameless. They're shameless. They are saying nothing of merit. This judge who has since been voted out, she should have. It's fucking lame duck. This shouldn't have even been brought up in front of her. It's outrageous to me. It's outrageous to me that fucking small government fucking conservatives can champion this shit. It's outrageous to me that top Democratic strategists can fucking champion this shit. I'm looking at fucking help me out. New approach. Jack Cardetti, top donor, top Democratic strategist, arguing for it. You got fucking Mitch Myers from Belief, and Swade. And I'll tell you what, you were getting on one the other day, and you were getting out there. And I think it's important that we establish what we're going to accept from dispensaries, because I do believe that there are teams out there that are just trying to do right. And I don't want to hold people accountable necessarily for trying to offer a better experience, but I wouldn't ask them to do things twice. So it's not like I'd be like, hey, open up a little, 4 white walls and a fucking case of weed and do that first and then work on your bill. You want to make it a premium experience because you're looking forward to a recreational market later on down the road. Fine, whatever. But I'm telling you now, you have to be arguing on behalf of the people that you could have very easily been if you weren't selected. Yes, it was a competitive process. Yes, people knew that there were going to be winners and losers. Everyone was blindsided that the minimum was granted. Not everyone. The big ones weren't. They were arguing for it all along. The top strategists and donors were arguing it all along. So I think that it's reasonable for us to ask dispensaries, hey, what are you going to do about people in jail? What are you going to do about people in jail for cannabis? How much of your revenue can we anticipate? How much of your revenue, by the way, that is honestly, let's be honest, they're trying to make as much money as they possibly can right now, cultivators especially, before dispensaries can start setting the market. It looks like that's going to be a little further down the road. And look, you cannot like it if you want to. Dispensaries aren't going to sell as much weed if this is what it's going to be. Straight up. I believe you had an experience with some fucking Archimedes grown cannabis last week. I don't want to put words in your mouth. I'll let you review it. But the point is that I don't think it's unreasonable for people like Steve and I, for anybody that helped campaign for this, that helped get the word out on this, that helped educate Missouri voters to help pass this. I don't think that it's crazy of us to expect Missourians to get a fair shake, not only at a chance at thriving in this business, but a fair shake on the prices they choose to pay, or the prices that they have to pay for this medicine. And that doesn't get fixed with the amount of cultivators that there are right now and with the amount of dispensaries providing product. There are huge towns. There's a town like Boonville, which is a pretty good sized town. We stopped there, big casino there. We stopped on your bike ride. They didn't even get a dispensary. There's not one dispensary in all of Boonville. There's not one thing attached to the cannabis industry in all of Boonville. Springfield, Missouri's third largest.
Insane.
Springfield, which is Missouri's third largest state.
Zoo too. People go there all the time.
It's absolutely crazy. And Springfield, which is Missouri's third largest city, a couple 100,000 people in the metro, a few 100,000 people, didn't get one single cultivation facility. It's just
It's absolutely asinine that they're keeping these brakes on. This is truly a heartbreaking decision because there are a lot of people who were hitched to the Calicoats' defense, I think, to their outcome because that would break a floodgate open.
Wow. I'm seeing something here. This was purchased on, this is Archimedes from N Bliss.
Okay.
Soul House. They have so many different names.
The Soul House, I believe, is for their outdoor grow.
Outdoor, sun-grown cannabis, and Glass House is their indoor grow. Yeti glue, 3.5 grams. Consult a medical professional. Begin with a small increment, less than 5 milligrams THC.
Which medical professional should I consult? Can I call my doctor?
No, they can't talk about it. They can recommend this, but they have to do it on their own hours because there's a stipulation that they can't talk about it and prescribe it.
I was just curious.
It's not a medicine. They have to just recommend it, but it has to be. You have to pay them for it, but they're just telling you in their own time that they recommend it for you. They say, "Hey, buddy, here's your pills. Here's the thing. This is a doctor's appointment. Hey, buddy, maybe you should try some weed for this." That wasn't a doctor's appointment. That was just me as a bud telling you, bud, I'm gonna need $100. To tell you need marijuana.
Yep.
I need $100
Yep.
to tell you something you already fucking know. The more I talk about the system, the more I go, what the fuck? That's something I'm just realizing now. Doctors are profiting. They're just going, yeah, fucking line it up, baby. Line this shit up. Everybody knows they need weed when they come in here. I just say, yeah, you get weed. Here you go. So it says, wait 2 hours, evaluate effect, proceed accordingly. Proceed accordingly.
Okay.
Results may vary. THC-A, 19.95%. THC, 0.91%. CBD-A.
You're telling me they're outdoor grown weed 19% THC?
Autoflower, too.
that a
Autoflower,
fact?
outdoor.
Is that a
I'm
fact?
sure one of the nugs. Probably one of the nugs, I'm sure.
Not that it matters.
They kept testing the nug until, not that it even matters. But the only way it matters in dispensaries across the country right now in other states, because that's what all these copycat bullshit artists are doing. They're copycat bullshit artists. Every one of them. There's a few. I'm learning. I'll get into that here in a minute.
Okay.
We're focused on this right now. Archimedes Medical Holdings, LLC. Best if used by 12/15/21. That's a year from now. So
Jesus Christ.
So best if used by next
They've
year.
got a year expiration on that?
12/15/21.
And did you guys buy it last week?
Yes. Friday.
So you went Friday. You went to N Bliss, right?
No, Mike did.
Mike did.
Yeah.
And he left his jar here.
Left it here. That's legal, isn't it?
I think he can leave his jar here. Sure.
Yeah. This is the jar. It says marijuana on there.
Okay.
What the fuck? Then it's got another little stamp on it, Soul House. It's shitty plastic.
If you guys want, I mean, we can follow the trend and tell you that it's great and it's good that it's available to patients and tastes. It's got some piney notes. I could really see this boosting my appetite.
Oh God, I love it.
And
Keep going.
I also every now and then, for me, it's a balanced kind of more. I wouldn't really say heady high. It puts me in my body a little bit more. I would call it grounding energy. But for me, it amplifies the taste of different. I think maybe it's the myrcene in it.
Yes, I was going to say
but
myrcene.
it amplifies the taste of different kind of melons and nice little citrusy undertones with just a hint of gasoline. That's what I would. That's what I would say is going on here with this dispensary weed.
So right. I just don't like the plastic packaging. Here's a little background on me. I got to see the Archimedes grow. We got to go see it. I got to meet the people. Was not impressed. Even Craig had to look at me at one point and goes, "What are you being such a little petulant little child for?"
Yeah, we
over
were there.
there?"
We were there to do work.
We were there to work, and I was like, I don't like these guys. I'm not. I don't.
I wasn't mad at you for that.
No, you weren't. But you're like, just hold the camera up. Which actually, hindsight,
I'm glad you did.
No, hindsight, I should have a little bit more.
I know.
But it was the last part. Whatever. It's a big nursery. This guy, Mr. fucking Gucci, comes up in the fucking G-Wagon, fucking whining
12 minutes late.
dining. Yeah, late.
fucking takes us to Clayton, fucking firing on 18-year-old hostesses and shit. I'm like, this fucking guy,
dude. It was
the guy I'm gonna be with.
It was like looking in a fucking like a what is a Palantir? Is that what the little crystal ball was? That fucking and like looking back on my early 20s when I was strung out on fucking speed, wearing suits and ties every day, fucking nice shoes, doing the thing. Really thought I had it fucking figured out. And when I see fucking 44-year-old,
it's whatever. Do your thing.
I don't care. It's fine, but I'm just not impressed by you.
Yeah,
that's all. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
It's like,
and don't be a dick to me. Like, let's
I've
have a
done
conversation.
You don't impress me. Cool.
And be able to have a conversation without you.
You know what fucking impresses me? When people just give. When people talk about the hard things to talk about, when the people that have expect to make $65 million on over the course of the next 2 years, when they actually have fucking Can of Convict project on their radar, or you know any project attached to freeing medical cannabis prisoners, or I don't know, fuck, it doesn't even have to be cannabis, but just pick a fucking charity, you know, and also. We're also aware of what happens when you develop your own 501c3 so that you can fucking write shit off and write shit down. Like, we also know how that works. We're not fucking idiots. Also, by the way, maybe just stroke a fucking check and don't expect a fucking tax break, you cunt.
So, here's the deal. Smelled shitty. The Archimedes weed smelled shitty and looked okay.
Yeah, you got a little bit of it too, though, right? You bought a little bit of it? Did you try it?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't. I want to do it. Mike did. He told me all about it. We'll let him kind of give the review, though, because he's going to do a little review on it.
Yep.
I just got to fucking see it and smell it. I don't know. I don't know what the fucking rules are. Whatever. Fucking sorry if everybody. That's the one thing I hate about it, too. It's like, hey, you guys have never shared cannabis before. No. So don't do it. Don't do it now.
Rips in my butthole last
like,
night.
yeah, dude, come on, man.
Ever seen one of those, bud?
Here's where I'm coming from, because I feel weird that I've been anti-dispensary, anti-cultivator, kind of anti the movement that has been coming out, that from an outsider's perspective is like, why would this guy who's into weed, why is he so mad all the time? What's going on? And I want to explain it as this. We get to meet the patients. We get to fucking be.
What does it smell like? What does 20% THCA fucking weed smell like?
I'm not shitting you because I don't like them. It had less than zero smell. I could smell the plastic, that new plastic, more than the smell. And you know how some people's weed is fucking loud as hell? You put it in two bags.
I expect that. I expect that from a fucking...
Not even close, buddy. Not even close. Like, that was the worst part about it. It had zero smell. It didn't look bad. Like I said, I was like, oh, fuck, that looks fairly good. I've seen people's pictures of it, too, online. I'm like, oh, that fucking looks pretty good. The smell, and the packaging, whatever. We got a long way to go with all that. I am worried about the patients right now. I don't want someone who tries cannabis for the first time to say, oh, this tastes like shit. This wasn't what I was expecting. I'm not getting the effects for it. It was $70 fucking bucks, man.
I make this argument about psychedelics all the time.
Like, that's what we were talking about that recently. That's what made me kind of draw the parallels, just us working shit out. And I go, oh, fuck, that's kind of along the same
You'd
parallels.
hate somebody's first experience with such a magical, holy sacrament to be one that was underwhelming,
severely
underwhelming, and maybe even just flat out off-putting.
Yeah, like, I don't like this. It made my mouth dry.
It was harsh. It made it burn my lung. It burned my fucking throat.
I'm not sure if this is for me.
This is what smoking weed is. What's the hype?
What's the deal? Or you get some bad edibles that are like chocolate medicine bullshit. And then and so you say, I'm going back to the pills. Fuck this. Weed's not going to help me. I tried. I did your fucking thing. Medicinal fucking marijuana. So I'm worried about that. And I came to this other... I'm not worried about it. I just want to make people cognizant of it, because they don't fucking care what we think. The big people...
They truly don't.
Could give...
And honestly, for them to pay their bills, they don't have to. Like, they just don't have to.
They don't care. I want everything is posited as medical right now, which is ridiculous to me in the first place. I think you just fucking let people grow. Medicinal, recreational weed, there is no fucking difference. Let people have the freedom to choose what they want to do. We are not talking enough about RSO. I need allies. I want people in the cannabis industry, the leaders of the cannabis industry. I don't want to be up here ripping on Suede because of their social media. And let me back it up here for a second. With my free time this weekend, I went through every social media page, every bit. I combed through all the videos, the websites of all the dispensaries I could find that are open in Missouri right now. Buddy, I don't know if I'm bitter or if I'm just seeing things in a different way or growing or whatever you want to fucking call it.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing their social media made me fucking sick to my stomach. How much bullshit, like shit that makes me cringe, which is very little, is when people like will post something from a business. I know it's just some person that they're like, hey, you're running our social media.
They're just trying to engage.
It's Veterans Day. Put a flag and have some like scripty, like Declaration of Independence font that says, Happy Veterans Day. Veterans get 10% off today. That's what we do. Juneteenth, fist for freedom.
Dude, that shit.
Victory, revolution. Timothy Leary and the Beatles. Look at us in a big cloud of smoke. We smoke weed, bud. Oh, are you a premium luxury medical dispensary? Or what exactly are you?
What does that even fucking mean?
What does that even fucking... And there are some, I have noticed, and, you know, she's in the group. She fucking checked me. I thought her seeds were $60 a pop. They're $10
She just
a
cleared it
pop.
up. That's all right.
No, I need that. I need that. And I even said, like, what the deal is?
Listen,
and the website
I work with marketing departments in fucking dispensaries. Let's put it all out there. I fucking sell promotional product, shirts, screen printing, whatever. Like, none of them are saying, hey, give me the fucking cheapest shirt. You okay? Yeah, I mean, look, this is what I do. I work in marketing. It makes me want to fucking smash my head with a hammer sometimes.
Yeah, we're getting out of it.
You know,
We're getting out of it.
We're going to break out of it eventually.
Out of it.
I have no I understand. Look, with the amount of money that the state mandated people had available in order to even participate in this program, millions of dollars liquid in the bank they have to hold in there. Which, by the way, banks are charging them to keep. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine putting millions of dollars in the bank and not getting interest on it, but rather paying like fucking 10% to keep that kind of cash on it? Fuck you.
It's like the fracking people came into the cannabis industry and said, I'm going to fucking make some cash here.
I think the fracking people are fucking bigger hearted.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. So...
They're just trying to bring us more affordable gas. At least they're working towards that.
They're working towards something good for the rest of us. Fuck. So the dispensaries and their social media, I just ask them to be better. I ask them to post the Can of Convict Project stuff. I ask you to get out there. And actually, Cassville Dispensary, they're doing stuff, and I believe it was Relief or Fresh Green. I can't get their fucking names right. But they're doing little collections where it's like, hey, I'm going to collect some cans or help this family out. I'll take that little bit. I'll take a little bit of that.
Cool. Do I get $30 off of my eighth if I bring a can?
I think Cassville did do a 10% off, 20% off, or possibly Relief or Fresh Green.
Whatever.
Fuck, I forget their fucking names are so. But the rest of the social media posts were this.
Beef stew.
Oh, yeah, peanut butter and jelly, yeah. Keep on cruising,
Biodough?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, good way to go, buddy. That's a deep pull, dude.
That is a deep
Keep
pull.
on cruising. He's like making him smell it. He's
They're guessing it, too.
And I guess that's
Joey
what
Lauren
we
Adams.
do, too.
Dude,
That's what
we
do,
make
too.
we make a half a living smelling our own farts. I
Sure.
get it. We
But-
just try to make them palatable enough that other people don't mind smelling them.
But I'm
also
asking-
not trying to sell fucking somebody $70 fucking
That's
eggs.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You don't
I'm
fucking
also
tell me
not
don't
robbing
tell
you.
me you're my buddy, okay? While you're literally just dragging your dirty nutsack across my forehead, like we're friends though, right? We're friends, and I'm like, yeah, I guess. I mean, I would
Best
appreciate.
friends.
I would appreciate if you took these Egyptian goggles off of me, please.
Papa Giorgio.
Yeah, no?
No, he probably wants to be on.
No,
Probably
my-
wants to be
my-
on. He's
my-
probably like,
my-
did Craig
my-
get this Cardinals or Blues moment of the day?
I'm gonna go find it right now. I don't want to disappoint Georgia.
No, don't do it. Okay, so I see their social media, and I say, okay, could be better. Kind of pisses me off because everybody's like, hey, we're here. Look at our facility. Isn't our facility huge?
I'm not
We're
impressed.
We're teaming up with this company over here. Want a job at this company? Look at this major corporation who's getting into Missouri because we don't know what we're doing. We need someone from Colorado to show us what we're doing. What do I do? Oh, Jesus Christ. What do I do? I'm dumb. So you get all these people coming in. All of it's on the social media. They're all, and I the first time cannabis user or even recent cannabis user, the new cannabis user, I feel like the old cannabis users can see right through that. That's why I think Jason said about Mitch, he's like, you're not marketing to alcoholics now. Not that I want to, but like beer is so much easier to be like titties, fucking cool guy, fucking pickup truck, strong man. And it's like, yeah, good. That was fucking great. I'll fucking drink beer. No, everybody's going to drink beer anyway. This is, if we're going to posit this as a medicine, then all of them need to be on the forefront of medicine with every one of their fucking posts, okay? It doesn't need to be like, here's a recipe for banana nut pie, and come and check out this new piece of bullshit we got in our dispensary that's like marble hardwood fucking excellence everywhere. It's like, okay, I don't fucking care.
Can I get a
dude.
dime bag, please, sir?
Can I just can the guy who sold weed to me forever open up a little shop where you just come in and he
A
goes
bodega.
here, yeah,
A
where-
fucking
where
simple
he goes
bodega.
here, fucking here's it's 30, it's the same price. I'm
need
doing
your
the same
fucking
thing.
suit, bud.
I don't need any of that. So if they're gonna do that, I ask them this: RSO, it's the front line of medicine.
It's
FICO.
it's the
full extract
when we talk
cannabis
about
oil.
cannabis as medicine, as cancer curing medicine.
Yes,
it's the cancer killer.
It's the fucking, it's the uppercut. It's the fucking Mike Tyson left hook that's gonna, well, that's a bad analogy. It's gonna knock you fuck out, dude.
Well,
Mike,
no, the RSO
will.
is gonna knock
It
your
will.
dick in the dirt at least at first.
It's
till you build up a
real-
little tolerance.
It's real fucking medicine that we're seeing save lives. Saves
RSO
lives.
means Rick Simpson oil. Rick Simpson famously kind of came up with this concoction of full extract cannabis oil, and that's why it's called FICO, to not attach his name to it.
Love you, Jen.
Actually, and I believe, and I'm going to do a little research on this, I believe that Rick Simpson could use the cannabis industry's help right now. We actually got him on the wall. We got Rick Simpson up on the wall of Psychonauts. He's actually kind of a fish out of water up there. We'd probably put some more hempos up there, but
Oh no, he fits right in there with
Gonzo and Hoffman and McKenna.
They were both fucking, just,
oh, they're all smoking grass. I mean,
well, they were all just fucking kind of outlaw fucking mentality too.
Anyway,
So Rick Simpson discovered in Canada that he could, he heard a story on the radio when he was a kid about cannabis oil curing cancer, possibly curing cancer. He was a little kid. He's old now. How the fuck old is he? He was a little kid when he heard this on the radio. What?
Is this fucking true? The same dude that developed Rick Simpson oil was a set decorator and won an Oscar? That can't be right. No, that's a different guy.
Rick Simpson.
He's fucking is. They put it underneath his picture though. That's
why is that?
I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So he hears this story on the radio about how this oil, when broken down into an oil, it can help cure cancer. So he always kind of put that in the back of his head. Well, then his brother gets cancer, dies, Then he ends up getting cancer. I believe that's a true story. And then he puts like some oil on his face. He gets like face cancer, puts it like under a Band-Aid, and starts figuring out that even like topical applications of this oil can help with cancer. So now he's trying to go to the Canadian government and say, dude, hey, he goes to like the veterans, wherever the like the Mounties veteran fucking place or whatever. I forget what it's called. He goes there, tells them. A couple of the dudes are with him, and then the government's like, you motherfucker. Like, even the Canadian government's like, what the fuck you think you're doing, dude?
This is illegal,
He was growing a whole field in his backyard and just fucking dispersing it. And they're like, no. You can't be fucking doing that. So then he becomes an outlaw. He had to go to Amsterdam, I believe, for a while and live there. Is that where he's still at? He might still be there. But he's a fucking... the healer. We got it underneath his fucking name under there. Like this Fico oil, full extract cannabis oil. That's what I want all these dispensaries to be putting on their fucking social media. We have to get this to patients first and foremost. Fuck the flower.
And you know what?
Fuck the
you
edibles.
got a license. Also, maybe go fucking in front of the courts with the people that didn't get a license and say, hey, we got to be able to get more of this out there.
I'm asking
people
you to
have
do
to
that.
be able to do this from home. We're not asking too much of you. You got in.
Nope.
You want to talk about fucking social equity. You want to pander to race baiting or whatever it is that you want to fucking pander to fucking make people feel like you're on their side. That shit's so patronizing.
We're on the
by
stoner
way.
side. Hey, stoners, we got the
man.
weed now.
You know what I
Sublime
watch, dude?
and Tommy Chong.
Dude, I watched Still Smoking last night. What's your go-to stoner movie? That's what we do, motherfucker. That's
We
what
live
we
it.
do.
We live it.
That's what we do for no fucking money. We talk to fucking culture. You just worry about getting me medicine as cheap as possible. How about that?
Yep.
You do that, we'll handle the laughs. We got a fucking few people around the state that are gonna fucking do that. Since you're fucking one of the few, fuck your premium experience. Your job right now is to make these limited gateways that actually have cannabis, is to make the fucking product affordable to patients so that maybe they'll even bother stepping foot in your fucking waterfall wall spa experience. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, man.
I want all of the dispensaries to load their social media with how do we get RSO to patients? How do we save lives? How many ways has RSO affected people? Not just smoking cannabis, but RSO on an RSO regimen where we're seeing it shrink tumors, we're seeing it cause apoptosis, we're seeing it help people's overall life, we're seeing it help people eat, we're seeing it help people get off opioids, we're seeing it help people get off pain meds in general. It's helping in so many aspects of people's lives that if we are going to call this medicine, because that's what it is right now, because we've made two crazy, we've created two markets out of nothing. We said, yeah, one's medicine, just wait till rec comes out, and then prices will go down, and we'll figure things out.
You know what? And that's another thing I thought about. Dude, we caught a break with COVID. I'm serious, because I know we would have passed that rec bill, because enough Missourians, when they see it, they're like, fuck yeah, man. I don't want to have a card. I don't want to have a license.
That's who they're taking advantage of.
They're 100% taking advantage of that. It's up to the people in the know and to the cannabis community in Missouri to hold their feet to the fire on it. So here's my compromise if you want to pass that legislation. Nobody that got a license for medical, everybody that got pigeonholed or was lucky enough to only be able to afford medical, none of you get to sell recreational cannabis. There's my concession.
Yep, I'm with you.
You
guys
my
focus on the
concession.
medicine.
You focus on the medicine. You won. You
Yep, you
won.
did. Good.
You fucking won. Guess what? You don't get to play in the recreational market because you understood the value of medicine and how important it was.
Thank you.
Thank you. And please continue producing as much medicine as you can, and please make it as nice of an experience as you can. When recreational passes, you can't be a part of any team that gets a recreational.
Yeah, let the head shops handle it.
Nobody in your entire board can have any connection to the recreational licensing. Is that a deal?
Let the stoners have it.
Is that a deal? Or would you rather just everybody be allowed to play the game? Which would you rather prefer? Because you're going to have to get on one side of this fucking deal. You're going to have to get on one side. We either don't allow you to have a recreational license, and you only get to sell medical, and thank you for your service, or you get fucking back in line in the fucking ranks and you march with us to get every fucking Missourian allowed to fucking participate in this market. And you know what? You already got a head start. So if you can't beat them now, well then fucking check your privilege, motherfucker.
That's the deal. Because I believe it was Mitchum who was quoted as saying...
hang on. I don't know why that happened. All right. We got the echo, guys. Thank you.
Mitchum from Clover.
I thought the dispensaries weren't going to be able to carry RSO. I will do some. I will do some looking at. I will look into that.
Gave it
I don't know.
to them, then they could sell it.
I'll look into that. We're going to come up on a break. I'll do a little bit of
They're
homework.
not going to be able to.
If they can't sell RSO, then the program's not worth anything. If they can't sell FECO oil, the program is not worth anything to patients. I'm saying it. It might help with some anxieties. It might help with a little, but if patients straight up, if cancer patients cannot purchase RSO anywhere, and if we can't make it at home, which is a gray area we're aware of, then the program's no good. We'll do some homework on that.
I feel like I've heard that before, and it's one of those things that you're like, yeah, right, it's in there. Because it's like the combustible or flammable liquid, that whole fucking debate that we got to go through, all these little bullshit hoops we got to run through. It's bullshit. We'll figure this out. You want to jump to break, and we'll come back?
Yeah, it is. It's time to jump a break. We're up against it. But I'm gonna. Oh, Steve, real quick. Got a lot of fun here, guys.
I got monitor and output on.
Okay, we'll fix it. Fix it at the break. Ooh, yeah. That sounds like this Cox chick should casually and aggressively go fuck herself. I love callbacks.
There's nothing in the amendment that prohibits dispensaries from selling RSO. If they are doing that, then that is a rule. I lost it.
Oh, I can pull it up here. Let me go to, I got it on this one.
Is it on this one?
I got it on this one here. There's nothing in the amendment that prohibits dispensaries from selling RSO. And I lost it again.
Yeah, I told you, bud.
I got you, bud. If they are doing that, then that is a rule that was promulgated by DHSS. It is something that could also potentially be changed.
It has to.
This has come up a couple of times. There's all these people, I got very frustrated with it in the election season, that said, this will all be fixed if we just vote Parson out. Maybe, sure, fine, great. Yeah. Except that's not good enough. And every time someone would say it, I say, okay, cool, but what's your plan when that inevitably is never gonna fucking happen? Like, I can see the writing on the wall. I appreciate your pipe dream. That's not gonna happen. What's your plan to fix this? Because you're just wasting your fucking time right now. I'm a little worked up from the dance.
I thought you were going to cry. I thought you were crying. I think that we need to get new people in charge. How hard is that, do you think, to get someone? I bet there would be a council.
There's no incentive.
Well, I'm saying a council of people who do it for free.
A Jedi council.
Yeah, but then it would just be Mocan Trade or something. Fuck. We did a comedy show last night. We're going to go to a break and mention some of the sponsors. Here at the Sweet Leaf Studios in Festus, Missouri, we are trying to do something weird and creative and make it a little different.
Our sights are set on something a little bigger than just weed, too. We're trying to end the drug war. It's all fucking nonsense. So, whatever.
Yeah, we're here. We're here fighting the fucking battles. We want you guys to come up here too, enjoy a little fellowship. That's what it's all about. That's what we need. I know fucking, man, I was hearing shit about COVID in fucking California, how it's fucking going crazy. There's some crazy times right now. We're always here. I want you guys to know, veterans, please come up here. Non-veterans, whoever, if you need somewhere to fucking come hang and just chill and talk and take the fucking weight of the world off for a minute, this is a place that will excite the eyes, hopefully rejuvenate the soul. You can have a few laughs. Craig and I make asses of ourselves all day. Come check out some art, draw something on the wall. We can shoot a fucking video if you want. We just want to have fun. That childlike fucking nature and wonder that I've always tried to just fucking keep a hold of. They used to call me Peter Pan back in the day because they're like, dude, you're just never going to grow up. You're just fucking, you run around with the kids at the parties and shit and just kind of got space for all that. I was like, I don't want that to die in me, that ability to put on the green screen and come up. We came up with skits yesterday, loose, and nailed them for the fucking comedy show. I mean, our first one was so good, people thought that it was a real bit, and you know that is my kink.
No doubt.
Like, that is when people are like, Jesus
Dude, even
Christ.
Jason, who was in on it, was like, I don't want to do that anymore, man. That made me feel really bad with Steve. And I'm like, buddy, that was how Steve wrote it.
I wrote the thing for that at the end. I just love the
And
Ben
when
Stiller.
we say wrote it, we don't write anything. Everything's off the cuff.
Well, Darren, the last Darren thing was the first
Little
thing
bit
I
of
ever scripted.
ever wrote, I think. Yeah.
that
Most
we
of the time
ever
we're just
scripted.
fucking ad-libbing.
I know.
And it shows.
Yeah, that's why everybody was like, that Darren thing was pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Why didn't
You're
you guys
actually saying something.
Do that more often.
Like, yeah, we're doing that all the time. You're just not sharing it because Facebook doesn't allow you to see it.
And if you want to help us end the drug war, you'll help share our videos. Facebook has...
You'll move people to Twitch with us.
Yeah, they've been actively trying to shut us down. Our Twitch numbers have been growing every day. Thank you guys so much. Tell a friend.
Big ass deal in Denmark.
Tell a fucking friend. No, thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in, bud.
Yeah. No doubt.
We're going to get back to all this stuff when we come back. But please know this is a place when it's fucking open. Jason's a great dude. You can come here and watch live glass blowing. It'll take 45
You can probably
minutes
even
of your
commission
life.
him to blow you a pipe right there on the spot.
Oh, you sweet talk Jason a little
He'll
bit.
blow you something.
He'll blow you something.
He'll blow you
fierce.
something.
He'll blow you something fierce.
He'll blow you something.
Oh.
Yeah, they can't see it, dude. They can't see it. They can't see it.
Hold on, if we do what if we did this? Put this on your lap. This is gonna be great, guys. We're going to do mine. It does see you can't tell whose hand it's whose.
Don't break eye contact. That's a good sound. Thanks for starting your mornings with us. This is we're gonna go to commercial.
Oopsies.
And when we
We have fun,
we
dude.
gotta have a little bit of fun.
We have
What the
fun,
hell
dude.
else are we gonna do?
Come on up and have some fun with us. Festus is only 25 minutes from city limits. Probably 28 minutes from city limits on 55, and about 18 minutes from South County.
Yeah, if you're hauling the mail. All right, y'all.
Are you in that meeting?
We'll see you guys on the
See you guys
other
on the other side of the break.
James Carlton in 961 4800.
Handsome,
Amazing,
astonishing,
astounding,
fabulous,
incredible,
fantastical,
phenomenal,
prodigious,
stupendous,
unbelievable,
wondrous,
divine.
fantastical.
No, seriously, he's fantastical.
You got a house,
Go on and get it insured.
you got a car,
You gotta get it insured.
you got a life.
Go on and get it insured. CarltonInsurance.net.
Fantastical, stupendous, fantastic.
Hey, boys and girls.
I'm talking about native hemp extract. That CBD.
That CBD.
Get inside of me.
Inside of me.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Sweet delicious CBD. That CBD.
That CBD.
Got the CBD. CBD native hemp. That CBD.
That CBD.
You can get it from me.
I can.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Inside of me.
Inside of me.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Get inside of me.
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 No. Inside of me.
Inside of me.
Inside of me.
Native hemp extract. 1,800 milligrams of total cannabinoid goodness from Pike County, Illinois. Get yours at HoosierSophisticate.com.
I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Wanted poster looking like me. Checking the swamp man for a pretty girl. Being an outlaw in an outlaw world. Hey, I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Wanted poster looking like me. Walking my hound dog, surfing that swamp. Catching crow that do the sweetly stomp. Everybody do the sweetly stomp. It's a stomp. It's a wiggle, turn around, a little tickle. It's a stomp, move your feet, head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf.
Dude, man, get on down to Sweet Leaf Emporium and do that Sweet Leaf stomp, man.
James Carlton. James Carlton. James Carlton. You gotta get your insurance. Gotta get that State Farm insurance.
You think you found the best insurance agent in the game? Well, I got news for you. I did, and it's James Carlton. State Farm. CarltonInsurance.net.
961-4800. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
I didn't know you could have sex like this, Steve.
That's bad context. Coming back from break.
Yeah, well.
Hey kids, let's rap. Let's rap about drugs.
Oh, let's do it. Commander Riker.
Let's rap. Hey kids, let's rap about drugs, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just a regular kid. I'm just a regular kid, just like you guys.
As he rubs his head.
Just a regular prematurely balding high school kid who wants to hang witches.
Which I'm just trying to hang witches.
Let's rap about coke. Guys, no, I'm not gonna do that. What's up, bud? Throw it. Shattered. Damn, dude. Oh, shit.
Whoopsie doodle. I'm actually more worried about our fucking floor.
Oh, okay.
All right, bud. All right. So maybe you showed a little respect. I mean, I know a guy that worked a long time to put this floor down.
I'm here to rap with the kids. I don't know what's up.
After school special?
Yeah.
We should probably start.
Let me tell you guys.
School special.
You want to? Yeah. We got filters with like the VCR and 70s filters, and like we could totally do something.
Totally do it, man.
Like, hey man, say no to drugs, man.
Unless they're fucking choice.
Will O'Donnell last night, he goes, I don't know how to talk to I got a 16-year-old daughter. I don't know how to talk to her about drugs. How do you tell your daughter that drugs are awesome?
Yeah.
Or
They're going to, I don't know, help you believe in God again.
The comedians last night
They were great.
so good, dude. The way it all kind of came together, day of Jason from, this is the Suver Haze.
Yeah.
Suver Haze
From Native Hemp Extract. It's delicious, man.
Man, Jason fucking.
Whoa.
Oh, we didn't turn that
It's
on.
good. It's fine.
You can actually change it right there.
Okay, I'll do it.
Hang on. I don't even have to turn it down if you change it right there. If you go, you're going to have to go to...
You're going to do it from here?
No, but you got to do it and you got
Oh, in those settings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Settings.
Hang on a
You
second.
gotta do it in settings
Hang
over
on a
here.
second, shooter.
Settings.
RDO?
RDO, no.
No? Just kidding on that?
Then go to what this is over here. Or
Oh, buddy. I got you, buddy bear. Here, let's do this real quick. Let's just do that real quick. Let's just do that real quick.
Well, it's on that one too, bud, so I don't know what you're doing. You can just take it out. There you go.
Now what do you want me to do? You want to go up here? Advanced audio properties. I thought I already did this.
This one.
Oh, it's just a monitor. No.
Off. That's what it usually is. Thank
On the
you.
mic?
I don't know why. I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't have to, no. That one's always on that. Do you do that?
To what?
I don't know. This one, I've never seen that on it. You can do monitor and output, though. And probably hear it.
Okay.
All right, close. Now you're going to have to do that also.
Okay, I'm with you. I got you. I got you, bud. To the main cam. I got you. All right, bud.
There we go. Now go main cam, advanced audio properties. See, these are both on. See, that's.
Yeah, it looks like it's right. So now, guys. Well, hang on.
Can you hear dance?
Let me just say, yeah, we're good. We're good. We're fine.
Can you hear dance?
Yeah, I think.
Dance.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not dancing. I'm not fucking dancing for these freaks. All right.
Come on down to Sweet League. Sweet League, Skiddly.
Skiddly, Obi. It's the holiday season.
And skiddy-doo, and skippity-dee, and scoodly. I'd put those comedians last night up against anybody.
Hey, what's up? My name is Steve. I came to fuck your dad, steal your weed, and leave.
Damn right, baby. Damn.
It's starting to catch on to you, bud.
That guy knows. Whittle guy knows.
Well, I'm horny now.
Okay, Robbie dudes. Robbie dudes.
Duders.
Robbie dudes.
Robbie little duder butts.
Guys, whoever makes us say the funniest thing on the text line
is what?
So we'll read it. You can come in here and get 10% off of anything.
And we'll give you a pack of cones.
What? Okay. We'll give you a pack of cones. Hat?
No.
Okay.
Give Jason's shit away, not ours.
Okay. So, if anyone, we'll say whatever's on the prompter. So,
Go,
whatever-
100%.
Yeah, we'll
Anything
say-
you type. Should
Anything
we say it
you
or Alan?
type.
We'll say it.
We'll say. Well, Alan could join the party. I was just
He
about
could.
to ask where he's been.
He got fucking all drunk last night during the comedy show.
Jason helped us put on one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of.
It was actually really neat to
see how impressed the
my favorite part.
comedians were. Like they were like, we thought we were coming to like just some weirdly lit head shop, and
Max goes, I was convinced. Max Payne, twice.
Dude, I thought you were
Twice,
fucking
dude.
around the.
Everybody did.
I really did.
I'm just a bad person when it comes to names. That's what it boils down to. But Max Price said, I didn't know if I was going to be behind the counter. Just kind of, hey, man, check out these wraps. And here's a joke.
I like that he was like, he clearly doesn't watch the show, but he was like, I know that you guys are pretty active in the cannabis community, but I'm getting some big DMT vibes on this portal wall. And I'm like, hey, look at the wall, bud. That's what we're doing around here. And they couldn't see our molecule, border.
They could if they cared to look for a
You
second.
peek behind the curtain.
No one did.
Why did people never peek behind the curtain? Maybe
behind
check
the
out what's
curtain.
behind the veil, guys. It apply that to all of your life.
The veiled prophet.
Yeah.
You ever think about that?
Too much, actually.
I can't say enough about Jason helping us out, and he's really helped me kind of, learn about myself, learn about what we're doing, learn about small businesses, learn about really fucking helping people. Being in the cannabis game for a long time and putting it all on the line when it comes to fucking your livelihood, the people around you, fighting the battles from the CBD battle to the bong battle to all these stupid things that have now led us to fucking premium luxury dispensaries. I just know I owe everything to the people who have paved the way in the cannabis industry for years and years and years, and that's all the unknown people. That's all the people who fucking kept the dream alive. And a lot of times I thought it was like, man, people just want to get high. They fucking, that's just what they're going to do. And a part of that culture is that, but there has, since the dawn of time, people using this for medicine to say, I need this to fucking live. And I'm going to do whatever I can to fucking make it happen. So that's kind of our fucking mantra here. We're fucking going to do whatever we can to make it happen. We're just going to fucking make it happen. Dude, we were on the other side of my basement.
Yeah.
Talking into our workhorse. Talking into little Wanda workhorse. That's what I'm age 6, we'll call her.
Jason's a madman. He came in here with the stage lighting, and he's like,
this is how you guys do it.
This is what we're going to do. He's like, I'm getting you a board back here. This is ridiculous. You guys, I'm like, don't you fucking ever talk about
He's like the cooler older brother with all the fucking toys.
Well, where did he get all those wonderful toys?
He's just accumulated cool shit over the years, man. He's like 86 years old. He looks good for his age. Just to crate him.
Yeah.
Does Alan have anything to add?
I don't know. We should probably check to see. Yeah, we're good there. Alan, you got anything for us there, bud? Alan?
Good morning, boys. Alan is a little busy sleeping. I rode him like a bull last night until he emptied his binary balls inside of me. Ooh, squirt.
Okay, all right.
Fucking
all right, Lucy's on one. No, not Lucy. What's her name? Allison? What's your name again, lady?
What's her name?
What is her name? I asked her.
What's your name, lady?
What's your name, gal?
What's your name, lady?
Allison.
Oh. That's okay.
Thanks, Allison.
That was good.
Appreciate you. I thought she was Alan's sister. He emptied his binary balls in her.
Homie's like OG Eddie Lepp. He needs help. Kush Coach is helping him out with some fucking seeds. And oh yeah, Z on my motherboard. Z. What does she do a Z there?
We'll check in with her here in a little bit. I want to kick back. OG Eddie Lepp. We people asked about Rick Simpson, and I just read this the other day, so I feel sorry I'm peeking here. So I feel like maybe we should call attention to this. Some important news to share. Many of you have been wondering why Rick Simpson hasn't been present in the public arena for the past couple years. We've decided to inform the public that in May of 2018, Rick suffered a stroke and has since been in the process of recovery. Being a very private person, neither Rick nor his family wanted to make this information public earlier so that he could be fully focused on his recovery. Needless to say, that a stroke and its aftermath often proved to be an extreme challenge for the person who suffered from it, as well as their immediate family. Since his stroke, his sole caregiver was and still is his wife, Daniela, with whom he had for the last 7 years been diligently working on educating people about the benefits of medicinal cannabis through lectures, interviews, and consultations worldwide while holding base in Europe. Rick's come a long way in the last 2 years, 2.5 years, but despite all human efforts to meet and keep up with all of Rick's medical needs, Rick and Daniela are now facing immense financial challenges. Therefore, they're organizing a fundraising campaign to help cover Rick's medical expenses, those incurred during the last 2.5 years and those which are still on the horizon. After years of advocating for people's rights to heal themselves using natural remedies, more specifically cannabis oil, today widely known as RSO,
Jesus.
Rick Simpson oil, which a great number of people around the world are using to either cure or help regulate many different health conditions. And after writing 2 books on the subject, giving countless interviews and lectures, Rick is now in need of some kindness from all of you who are willing and able to help. If you go to phoenixtears.ca, PhoenixTears.ca, there is that story and a link to donate to Rick Simpson. And you only hope that you only hope that someone like that the community who knows, because the cannabis community's hip to it. Hey, here's an idea: dispensaries, cultivators. Here's an idea. I think one of you. Well, you know what? I'm putting on the cultivators. I feel like I've been going at dispensaries, and you know what? Like, they're just
they're out there.
They're out there, and I just feel like their hands are a little bit tied too, and it's just kind of a symptom of such a limited market. They're kind of over a barrel a little bit too. They could still change their branding, but I'm gonna put it on cultivators. They're the ones that are expected to make fucking tens of millions of dollars dispensaries aren't making fucking tens of millions of dollars for a long time. Cultivators, couple of harvests. Stroke a fucking guy a check. Stroke Rick Simpson a fucking one of you, or all come together and do a little bit. Stroke him a fucking check for $1 million and say thank you for allowing world governments to see that cannabis oil is a medicine enough that their legislatures are going to pass this business framework that's going to allow you to make tens of millions of dollars is built on a foundation of what this man discovered with its oil. Okay? So maybe one of you, just as a feather in your cap and maybe just a little fucking tick on the karma meter in the right direction, stroke the motherfucker a check, take care of his bills. One of you can do it. One of you can do it.
Man, it's tough to think that he's fucking struggling. This guy, in the world that we live in of consumption and kind of celebrita, that most people who are like have been in the public eye are like, oh, they're so wealthy they don't know what to do with themselves. He was in the public eye and did good things for people, but he was like a victim in his own country. He had to leave, persecuted, prosecuted in his own country. He had to fucking get out of there. So it's like, we can't fucking help this guy out for fucking paving the way for other people to be able to save theirs and their loved ones' lives. You go in there and you get someone, a doctor says, bud, you got cancer, you're going to die, this is what's happening, or you can go through this radiation. He figures out a way that you can possibly make an oil from a plant and figure out a way to heal your body. And even listening to Aubrey Marcus talk about different ways to attack cancer cells in the body with like alkaline and diet and all that shit. It's mind-blowing some of the shit that goes on in the world right now. And hopefully this place and the show and with us sharing ideas, we can all kind of try to make things better, because I don't want to constantly talk about, oh, this sucks. But you're right. People with great power and great responsibility, that's what I'm asking out of these cultivators and dispensaries. They're the leaders.
You know what I appreciate?
They're the leaders, right? Like, we're not the leaders. We just fucking had a show for a while.
We're just the people maybe just shining lights on a couple of fucked up things. Mm-hmm. That's all. You know what I appreciate about fucking outlaws? Apply it to any outlaw you like.
I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Want a poster looking like me.
You know what I love about them though? They got a fucking code. There's still a
My favorite thing of all time.
There's
bud.
still
of all time
a modicum of respect that is owed and paid forth by people. The OGs, the old timers, they're held in a high regard. The young up and comers, they fucking take care of their people because they realize that's the fucking that is the job description, is to take care of your fucking community. That's the deal. Yeah, you can make a couple bucks doing it. That's okay. It has to pay somebody to do it in order for it to be done effectively.
Well,
it's okay you make a couple bucks on it, but you're here first and foremost to run the fucking neighborhood, to run the community. And if you're going to run the community, don't fucking let the community think that you don't give a fuck about them. And the community is built on the backs of people like Rick Simpson who were brazen enough to fucking go to their government and say, hey, I know we have these rules, but this is saving my life, and it's saving other people's lives. And their first reaction is, well, fucking go to the fucking can, bud.
Yeah, how dare you?
You know, what I love about Outlaws is there's still a fucking code. There's still a fucking right and a wrong, and you still fucking take care of the people who've been taking care of you. There's a fucking VIG. You pay the fucking VIG, man. And the longer you're in the game, the more likely you're eventually going to get a fucking piece of the VIG. Fucking earn the VIG. That's all I'm saying. Earn the fucking VIG.
I just think I want to be allies with these people. You know what I mean? And it's tough for me right now, psychologically, to be rallying against these big grows and all this other shit. Because I had seen a grow in Colorado when I went with Project 422. Attach your name to something like that. Let's fucking go. Dispensaries and cultivators.
No doubt.
And when we went to go see that, it was a very sophisticated grow, and the guys leading it were, the guy John Hunt.
Yeah.
And he was fucking cool as it gets from St. Louis. He's talking about, he's like, Missourians grow great dope. Like, you guys can do this. Like, I'm a guy like you guys. They had a smaller operation, one kind of room, fucking space age lights, and these dudes are like, you can tell these dudes coming into work.
Cultivating great medicine.
The dudes coming into work were like, hey, buddy, we're at work again today.
Yes!
Dude.
Let's fucking save some lives, dude.
Dude, it was awesome, dude. To see that. So when I went to go see that and got to meet him, and he's fucking, just a dude, man. Just a dude, man. Just a
dude, man.
Then when we went to go see the cultivators that we did, and to see how that was operated, I was just like, oh man, this has a very different vibe and feel about it. And I liked Colorado too when I went there, just as far as like, hey, it's kind of freedom. We kind of know we're a little bit better than the rest of yous because we can do this, and kind of, hey, And then you're looking at our rules now. I just wish we would have advanced instead of saying, yeah, Colorado did all this, and we need to make our rules like the same. Like, I want leaders in charge, and I think the dispensaries and cultivators are now the leaders. That's what they wanted to be. That's how they held it back. So now it's our job as consumers to say, okay, if you're going to make these choices, I'm going to make these choices. You make these choices. Well, now you support Canna Convict Project. Well, I'm driving an extra 20 minutes to come see you. And you're giving me 10% off if I bring in a fucking can.
Yep.
You're figuring out a way to work with me.
That's right.
Rather than make profit off me. You're going to work with me for a while. You're going to be fucking whatever to make it work, because that's always what cannabis outlaws have always done.
Yep.
We've always made it fucking work in times when
somebody needs some help, you fucking help them.
Yes, dude. And like the Kush coach saying, fucking give your buddy a fucking quarter bag and have it just come back around. Like, that's the one thing that I loved about Northern California.
Take a nug with you.
I fucking loved it. Like, that's the first smokers I hung with. That was their deal. Like, hey, bud, like,
here's one for the road, man.
That's good shit. I got good shit I want to share with you. I remember reading that article about Ricky Williams where
He went, gave somebody a ride on their bicycle because he moved to Northern California. The guy in the bicycle gave him a bag of fucking weed like this, and they were like, oh shit. And the guy doing the reporting was like, I couldn't believe my eyes when they sent marijuana back and forth to one another. It was crazy to see. And I'm like, oh shit, that's kind of wild that it's like a bartering system up there. And to see what these growers can do by growing your own, by going to see Bo, and that's one good thing. And it's like, yeah, it's one good thing we got in Missouri. It's like, it's still like, you got 6 under 14, you got 6 here, you got it locked up, you got it doing this, you got no one to see it, you got all these stipulations, you got this going on, hang your ID card, you got all this. You compliant? You compliant? Are you compliant? Yeah, I am compliant. Now I'm like, I'm almost more like, oh, God, I want to make sure I'm it's fucking gross. We're not criminals. We're not criminals. If I want to have 20 tents, if a guy wants to have 20 tents, if a girl wants to have 100 tents.
The hang up is they think that they still think that this fucking plant is a horrible drug.
That's where I need these people who are leading the movement to be with us, not working against us for their fucking wallet. I need you with us. And I guarantee the first fucking dispensary and cultivator that says, hey, guess what? We know you're not dumb, weed users. We know you're not morons. This is what's happening in the industry, and this is what we're going to do. There is a giant opportunity for one cultivator and one dispensary, if not more, to lead the fucking way. Come out on social media and say, you guys know what's going on, don't you? Average cannabis user, let me fill you in on what's going on right now with what is happening in the black market.
We've had close friends of ours that didn't understand why we were arguing against the rec bill as it was coming out.
Totally.
And I don't blame them.
I get it.
I don't blame them. You know, I like this fucking, I like to enjoy cannabis on my own time too. I get it. But if you're not involved, you can't, apply fucking what the government does to us all the fucking time without us knowing. The shit that they just passed a $900 billion stimulus.
What the
and
fuck?
We're getting 180 fucking billion of it. Where is the other $720 billion going?
I don't understand
you
it, bud.
fuckwits.
It's such a mess that I want to focus on home. This is our fucking, this is headquarters, bud. This is it. This is it for us. The group is our home, our heart, our soul. It's the people we've gravitated towards. We found a little fucking tribe.
Yeah.
My next goal is to either help St. Louis evolve, maybe live somewhere off the outskirts and help St. Louis evolve. Just help us all live the lives that we want to live. Like, I think if you polled 99% of people, they're like, yeah, I want a fucking little patch of land. I want to do what I want when I want to do it, not hurt anybody, and fucking spend time with my loved ones. Laugh till the fucking sun comes up.
Yep.
Drink a little whiskey. Fucking smoke a few bowls. Maybe go out and see God in the woods for a minute. Fucking have my
honestly, it's none of your fucking business what I do with my consciousness.
No.
Or fucking whatever. If I want to drink fucking battery acid, fucking leave me to my fucking own devices, you cocksucker. You don't get to tell me what I get to put in my fucking body. It's fucking ridiculous, man.
There's an opening for one of these companies to say, we're here and we stand united with you guys. We know the struggle
it's such an easy goddamn thing to do.
It's real easy. All of them are following.
If I was running any one of these fucking facilities, it would be 100% of my marketing. You want to wow me with your marketing? Show me fucking show me your fucking team delivering coats to someone.
There is a little bit of that, like I said. I need to find that.
It's fine. I want it to be all of it.
I know.
I want the conversation to be all of it because I'm not impressed with your spa fucking experience. I'm just not. I'm not. Now I encourage people all the time. We're going back to, I sell promotional products, dude. One of the big hurdles that the people in the cannabis industry understand that I wish I could actually get more of my clients in other businesses to understand is that if you're going to attach your name to a product, make sure it's a product they want to use or they want to wear.
a lot of people come to me all the time. They're like, well, give me, how many shirts can I get? What's the cheapest shirt I can get? How many of them can I get? And I'm like, okay, that's great. And you can give it to those people, and they might put it on once, and then it becomes a shirt that they paint their house in. It's never going to be the billboard for you. But you spend a couple more bucks a shirt, you give them something nice and comfortable to wear. They want to wear your brand. They want to wear it around because it feels good to wear it. They feel good in it. Right? That's the idea. That is something that the cannabis industry understands. And so that's why I don't have a problem with them offering a premium experience. I truly don't, because I understand that people want to feel special in all of this, but not at the cost of fucking patients not being able to afford their medicine. That's the deal. Maybe if your margins are a little smaller for the get-go to pay yourself, whatever it is, don't put it on their back. Don't put it on their back.
Don't
put it on their backs. And
out,
honestly, it is only partially them. I mean, if you got fucking cultivators who have the only supply in the state, and then you have one manufacturing license out there who is gloating about having 1,000 pounds of cannabis, which is more than the rest of the state has combined, and he's fucking sitting there jerking himself off in the newspaper to that kind of news, like. It is tough for these other dispensaries. I'm talking about Mitchum.
Okay.
But it is tougher for these other dispensaries to put a competitive price on shit because the biggest ones of all, and this is how it happens. This is how Googles and Facebooks and fucking Twitter, this is how these huge ExxonMobils, this is how these big companies fucking do it. They create a game that only they can afford to thrive in. And then there's a bunch of other people that are like, positioned or shown as if they're also in on this fucking club. But guess what, bud? That club that we ain't in, that there's an even more exclusive club that the people that are kind of in aren't fucking in. You know what I mean? Like, they get to participate a little bit, but they're still fucking handcuffed by the price of fucking cultivated goods. If the fucking pound is driven up to fucking $5,000 a pound wholesale, which is what the rumors are. Yeah. Then all of a sudden, it kind of makes sense that they're selling $70 eighths.
But they're making 8,500.
You have to, okay, but dude, but if you're holding,
they're getting 100 pounds.
But I also understand
100 times 8,500.
I understand.
What is that? 85 grand.
Well, 35 grand because they're paying fucking 50 out. You're paying,
500.
Okay. You know what I mean? So
okay, well that's already
either which way. They have the overhead. They have fucking. I get all of that. That's fine.
Shit.
But the pound should be fucking $1,700.
Put it in a fucking back of a fucking shop that already exists.
That's where I'm at.
You don't have all this fucking overhead. Don't create all this bullshit out of thin air.
You're creating a lot of overhead.
Like you said, they have to keep so much in the bank and have this much retail space. And here's all the laws you have to have. Oh, guess what? I fucking work at a head shop now, bud. I always used to walk into head shops and be like,
how cool would it be if I could?
No, well, yeah, that was it. But I was always like, I feel a little uncomfortable. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to say the wrong thing and get thrown out.
Yep.
But then you start to learn, okay, well, fucking being around here and being around Jason's, being around in Farmington. Farmington's the fucking lifestyle. It's a fucking lifestyle. How many people come in here and go, hey, is this the place where I get my cannabis?
Yeah.
Because you've been selling cannabis for fucking 10 years or 5 years with CBD. You've been selling low THC cannabis for a while now. This isn't a new thing that's happening. This isn't new, okay? This has been happening and you're actually a retail license who jumped through all the fucking hoops that people like Mitch Myers and B. Leaf were like, okay, we're the only ones who can do CBD. Now here's the rules to selling CBD, and we're gonna mislabel our products, and we're gonna sell you fucking deluxe chocolate bars that have 10 milligrams of CBD that are complete bullshit. They've said they've mismarked. You can't fucking mismark that shit.
You're not allowed to do that.
Don't do that shit.
Also,
it pisses me off. Here I am.
No, you're right.
Relief Resources. They've been. Oh, Mary's calling me. I'm gonna have to call her in a minute. Relief Resources.
Where are they out of? Are they Kansas City?
Yeah, they've August 17th is when they started posting, and I do see that recently they got some toys for tots for the Mercy Children's Hospital.
I've seen a lot of cool people attached to that relief project. I'm a little ignorant to that whole team. I don't know a whole lot about them, but they seem to be pretty well. You know how
C4, Clover, Robots,
Dab Stars is there taking pictures with them.
Yeah.
We got, I mean, everybody's there. Old Nick and Big V taking pictures with them. Our guy, fucking V9 Grows. Levon fucking taking pictures with them. So, you know.
Well, here's the deal.
Jake, our buddy Jake Caponetto.
Oh, nice. Bullsworth
Jonesy.
Okay.
So some pure
well, that's what
animals.
I'm saying. Some pure animals for sure, but people that are kind of a part of the culture are hanging out at that spot. And I'm not, whatever.
Fraker
that is.
Fraker and Andrew Mullins taking a picture with them.
Andrew Mullins, huh?
Let's see, our staff.
That guy. Relief is independence. Okay.
They're sharing all their shit. Maybe I'm a little bitter, Craig, that they're not really sharing Hoosier Sophisticate's cum talk and cannabis and psychedelic talk. Listen, we didn't do this. We didn't get into cannabis to say, hey, we're gonna fucking be the fucking cannabis guys that'll fucking say whatever we want whenever, say whatever you want us to whenever you want us to. That's not what we're here to do. We are not here to do that at all.
I make commercials.
Will fucking shit my pants.
I make
live
commercials
on air.
yeah.
I'll shit my pants live on everything before I say something for someone because they give me fucking money.
Oh, I'll eat it.
I'm not going. It's just not.
I
love where I'm at this point in my life. As a little kid, I never thought I'd be here. I never thought I'd be like a man of that stands for fucking something like the code. That's my fucking code now, okay? I'm going to do everything I can to live by that code. It makes me feel kind of fucking good and righteous, a little bit.
Sure.
And I want everybody, I love some of these
righteous
people.
indignation's the fucking best.
So I love a lot of these people involved with all this shit. I got nothing but love for them.
I do too.
Let's be better.
Yeah.
Let's fucking be the best we can fucking be.
You know what?
Let's
part of being a good friend, one of the most important parts of being a good friend is getting more out of your friends, allowing your friends to know that they're capable of more, and allowing them to know when they're a fucking little bit out of line. Letting them know when they're a little bit out of line. That's what a good friend does. A good friend doesn't allow you to keep acting like a fucking asshole. You know what I mean?
Listen,
and so there's no
everybody
reason,
else is fucking bought
there's
and
no
sold
reason
in this
why we
fucking
there's no
industry,
reason
bud.
why we can't still be friends, but also guess what, Jack, don't be a fucking you're acting like a cunt right now. I'm not a good
There's a lot of people who are bought and sold in this fucking industry.
100%. Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are bought and fucking sold.
So we've had a shitload of messages here, so let's just kind of see here. Going back, we owe these guys. Thanks for all, Kush Coach, thanks for all you're doing to help out Lep, brother. Let me know if there's anything I can do.
Yeah, put up something that we can do to help them.
That shit is a fucking joke. I think that was in response to the stimulus package. They are Grandview, says C. Merritt 427. Relief is an independence, I believe. I understand that one manufacturer backlashed at a dispensary that charged less than the suggested retail for a pre-roll. The dispensary didn't want to charge $23. They didn't want to charge $23 for a pre-roll to their patients in one of the poorest areas of Missouri. Sucks for the dispensary. Either the patients complain about the price or the manufacturer gives you trouble for not charging enough. That's the deal. Fuck these manufacturers. Right now, fuck these manufacturers.
Well, fuck the dispensaries for buying from them.
Because
all the dispensaries could have got together and said, sit on it, motherfucker.
No doubt.
We're an alliance together.
No doubt.
Sit on that bullshit outdoor auto flower. Sit on it.
Yep.
I smelled it. It smells like fucking plastic. Keep it, bud. We're here for the fucking patients.
Yep.
And guess what? We got to do something so we can grow ourselves. Let's change this fucking thing so we can get cultivators who grow medicine, cultivators who grow extra medicine, being able to get it fucking tested on the spot and say, yep, this is good medicine.
Yep.
Now the dispensary can have it. Now the dispensary has 75 different types of cannabis. That way, when you go in there and the strawberry cough doesn't work, well, this really gassy lemon haze does, bud.
Yep.
Guess what? That one fucking works for
Yep.
you. Because right now, it's like, do I get Gorilla Glue or White 99? More strains coming soon.
No doubt.
More strains coming soon.
Yeah, it is also on the cannabis industry. If you were one of the few selected to be in this, it's also
aren't in a tough spot. I'm not making excuses for them. I'm not making excuses for them. At all.
Well,
They're the fucking face. They're the face.
They are, but I do understand, like dude, they have overhead. So this was one of the gripes that I had was like, when you find out what a lot of people who put in for these licenses, the amount of money out of pocket to already start maybe build outs or have real estate secured because you had to have these addresses. And then you find out that a lot of these license winners just fucking wrote any old fucking address on there, changed them after the fact, didn't have any money out of pocket for the fucking real estate. Like, that shit boils my fucking blood because there are a lot of regular middle-class Americans whose life savings went into securing rent. They had to have a facility. They had to have everything in place. This is their plan. This was their community outreach plan. They fucking invested their life savings into it. It's fucking ridiculous. Average market rate per pound of wholesale cannabis in Colorado's adult use market. Let's see. It got as low in October 18 as $759 a pound. In July of 19 is the last metric, $850 a pound.
What I'm saying is there's obviously companies operating off of those margins.
Yeah.
Where this product, this exact same medicine is working off margins in exact same things that we fucking stole from Colorado. We're like, hey, what's Colorado doing?
Yeah, but here's the deal. I would bet.
I don't care about the overhead. Get fucking everyone out of your fucking dispensary. You don't need all those people.
Well,
you need one fucking guy
I agree.
fucking with chopsticks.
I agree.
And a bunch of jars of fucking weed, and you come in and you go, hey, here's my ID. I'm fucking 21. And he goes, cool, man. What can I get you? Okay, here's a fucking thing. Here's a little chopstick of fucking weed. Have a fucking great day, bud.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm not making excuses for any of them anymore.
No, I'm not either.
Culpable.
I'm not
They're
either.
all
But
in it.
But here's the deal.
They're all
also,
in it against the patients.
To be fair to them, because if I was a dispensary on a dispensary team right now, and my money was fucking tied up, because I know a lot of these dispensaries are small businesses. You're just talking about one. It's in an extremely poor area that couldn't sell fucking $23 pre-rolls. Here's my plea to those dispensaries. And also remember that DHSS arbitrarily decided that dispensaries couldn't make their own pre-rolls, which would have been far more affordable. They had to come from a fucking manufacturer, which is all fucking Josh Mitchum. I guarantee you. Because guess what? Guess how fucking these grows? Guess how these grows with your cannabis that's fucking dried out, that's going to be good in December of 2021. It's going to be good in December of 2021. Okay? What they do with all the moldy weed. Listen, straight up, they were caught with moldy weed. You want to fucking come at me? That's fine. Your weed had mold on it.
Well, it wasn't proven.
But it was. They tested within the fucking. It tested within the agreed upon what's okay for fucking fungus in flowers. Fuck whatever. But the way you get rid of your fucking shitty old weed, high-end CBN, we know what you're fucking saying to these dispensaries. We're not dickheads. We're friends with all of these people. How does your dispensary feel about selling high CBN weed? And these dispensary people, who are also people that have experience in the weed industry, you mean fucking old weed, bud? You mean old weed? Is that what you're saying? Like, too mature weed? Is that the weed that you're trying to fucking sell me? I think that you can hold on to it. We'll wait for a better harvest. Here's what I would ask of the dispensaries, though. You don't have to buy these fucking manufactured products. You want to fucking buy the flower? Buy the flower. And if the markup on the flower is fucking crazy, they have to. That's what I'm saying. Because if my money was tied up in a business, if I had tens of thousands or millions of dollars tied up.
How are all the rest of them doing it? There's so many dispensaries that are just not open yet.
At the risk of losing their business.
Six?
This is the trade-off.
Is there 8 dispensaries open? Then there's 190.
There's supposed to be 192.
And what are all of them doing?
This is a failure of DHSS as well, and they should be held accountable for it. What are they doing? They're building out. I know of a couple of them that are building out.
So all these motherfuckers should have said, well, they know what's going on.
Well, it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't, because for 2 years, yes.
And they said, I'm going to get the marketing.
That's what I'm getting to.
I'm going to fuck these people over for a marketing
But for 2 years, we've listened to Missouri patients who don't grow at home, who aren't a part of the culture, who don't have a guy, ask when are dispensaries going to open? When are dispensaries going to open? So it's a damned if you do, catch 22, fucking, because somebody has to come to market first. You can't just flip a switch and everybody's, well, you can, but we didn't. Because we're allowing DHSS to dictate how this program rolls out. Again, a failure of DHSS. Something that people should remember when the people that wrote fucking the new approach bill offer you a rec bill later on. The rec bill that they put forth before gives preference, about a year's preference, or to whomever's already in the market. I say no. I say if you're going to adopt any kind of language that New Approach has, anybody that is currently holding a medical license is not allowed to participate in the recreational market. Straight up, that's my compromise. Or you let everybody fucking in. You let everybody in that can fucking do it.
More than 2,200 dispensaries in Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah. Oklahoma said, open for business. And they're right for it. And they're fucking right for it. And people make up this fucking story about how Missouri's too red and conservatives are the scourge of the earth. Jack Cardetti, top Democratic strategist. Listen, this is not a political fucking thing. We're all getting fucked by a fucking little tiny club, okay? That is, the conservative argument is a very simple one.
And the dispensaries are a part of it now. They're in the club.
I plead with my fucking conservative friends all the time. If you believe in free markets, if you believe in small governments, then you believe that every Missourian should have an opportunity. And you know what? All the ones that I talk to are in total agreement. Nobody is still anti-weed enough to be like, oh, we're going to have too much weed out there.
Here's the deal.
Listen, real quick. You touched on something, and this is my point. Somebody had to get to market, and the price of getting to market is very expensive. And the calculated risk that they took in order to be one of the first ones to market, in order to establish a foothold, is that they get to be criticized. Straight up. Doesn't mean we're not friends, but you get to be criticized. If you want the praise for being first to market, you get all of the critical fucking thought that comes along with you having to fucking pass along $70 eighths. That's your name's attached to that too. Yes, your door's open first. Fucking thumbs up. Thank you for fucking answering that question for so many Missourians that said, when are dispensaries going to open? By God, we can finally say, hey, there's a couple in St. Louis. There's a couple in Kansas City. There's one down in Springfield. There's a few throughout the state. There's one in Cassville. There's a handful around. There's one in Independence. I've almost covered them all because that's how few are actually on board. So I can answer that question for people now. And I can also say, right now, it's not going to be super affordable. You're looking at about $70 an eighth. You're going to pay a little tax on that. And these companies who decided to say, hey, we're fucking on board, we're one of the first ones there, they get to be called out for their prices. That's part of the give and take. And that's fair. It doesn't mean we can't be friends, but we're still going to have a fucking conversation about you, because if this is about medicine and if this is about saving lives, then it's about getting the medicine to as many people as we possibly can. And the most fucking powerful thing that we can do is encourage as many people as possible to get their cards. Start cultivating at home. Don't be, and if that's out of reach, check out some of the caregiver networks that are on there. And also, if you're going to fucking take on being a caregiver, motherfucker, you better not be about money either. Oh. You better be cultivating decent. You better than decent fucking medicine. You can't. I mean,
take the fucking leash off growers, buddy.
Yeah, it's fine,
buddy. I guarantee if you took the fucking reins and the chains off of these growers, they would grow more weed than you would know what to do with, buddy. Yeah, they would. I'm certain of it now. It would just be a thing of pride to grow that much medicine for people. Yep. That's how these motherfuckers get down. That is their kink, growing medicine that helps people. While we were talking, though, I went through End Bliss. We already did Relief. They had one post in their entire timeline about just helping people in general. End Bliss, 0. Since July, 0. Not a good look.
No, one of the things that you gave him
and
props
they bought
for,
Archimedes bullshit.
Yeah, one of the things that you gave him props.
Leaf pipes.
Well, not because it's just Sweet Leaf, but because motherfuckers, you're not squeezing out the head shops.
They are. They're
trying to.
Yeah, they're going to. They're going to squeeze out the head shops. Fucking call me bitter, call me whatever, but I'm here on the front lines figuring it out now.
And it's important to us that people understand that that's not what this was.
And it's
fine. Can't allow. No, we can't allow it to be.
If the consumers want to go and fucking do that, they can. I just want them to know we're here for them. Yep. We're here answering questions. We've been here for a long time. Not me personally, but Jason been here for a long time. Answering the fucking questions of the guy who has MS, who hasn't had anyone in the fucking world to talk to because doctors couldn't recommend it back then. He's had no one except the fucking skeevy fucking acid head behind the counter at the head shop where they listen to music while they work and they burn incense and they probably fucking do drugs, man. And it's like, oh no, guess what? The people who needed help, the patients who were willing to fucking...
For 50 fucking years?
Since the fucking Haight-Ashbury days when they're like, let's fucking do this shit. That's where it's been. And now people are trying to not take that away. They're doing their own thing. And I love it. Fine.
I just want people at home, people who listen to the show, people who are a part of that. I want them to know that this exists. I want them to feel passionate about something. I want them to live a fucking full, rich life, being standing for something. And even, so then I got on old Route 66 Wellness, and I mean, we fucking love the people who are
team that's attached to
it.
it. Sure.
And even this, it's like there's a lot of information here.
I can appreciate that too.
Of articles.
I can appreciate
and
news
Aiden's
articles
Alliance,
and things like that.
I'll run through a fucking brick wall for because I wish Aiden's Alliance was able to open a dispensary and
on their own.
Hey, Aiden's Alliance, you're a nonprofit. We're gonna find you 5 or 6 growers. All of the donations can go to the growers. We're going to lift the limitations off them. So whatever donations they can get, they can grow medicine.
Yep.
That's what they can do. And then clippings, clone. Everybody, you get a clone. You get a clone. Everybody gets a fucking clone, bud. And then we say, oh, no, we're not here to make money, you simple fuck. It's not here to make money. People aren't in this to make copious amounts of money.
Some are.
They're here to make a fucking living, and they're here to fucking help people.
That's right.
That's all they're trying to fucking do, bud.
No doubt.
So there's nothing, I mean, on any of these, it's like, hey, get a motherfucker out of prison. It's all like, hey, man, fucking look at us, which I get, but don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy or girl. Don't be that business that's doing that. I want you to be better. I think everyone can be a little better. I'm calling them all out to be better. Cultivators and dispensaries.
I agree.
One of them's got to fucking
and look,
up.
I think that.
And who cares what the fuck I say? I'm nobody. Who cares?
I think that people, it's going to be more competitive, and there will be a point. There will be a flippening that will happen where the dispensaries one day get to dictate what the prices are that they're willing to pay the cultivators. That day is very far away because we're not even 1/6 of the way through for the cultivation sites. There's only so much product. And the state is operating. The state is in the pocket of a handful of people, a handful of big power players. Going back to the text line,
Cassville did that thing with the cops too, which was awesome.
Really cool. That's
has anybody else done that? Didn't somebody else?
I think Ozark. Yeah, I think Ozark. Route 66 Wellness.
That's what I was looking for on here.
Yeah, they did. They hosted one there too.
That's a big deal. That's a big fucking
deal.
It
is. We need to educate, but just fucking crazy. You know what, DHSS? Take the fucking $6 million that you're going to spend to fuck Missourians out of not being able to prove you're fucking right about something on rules that you fucking made up. Like, DHSS right now is the fucking NFL to me. You got fucking rules, and then they change whenever you need them to fucking change. Like, fuck you, and everything you stand for. That was just an opportunity for me to fucking tell the NFL, the fucking soulless, fucking vapid piece of shit entity that it is. It's comparable to DHSS. Kush Coach asks, isn't she Alan's sister? Yeah, I believe she is Alan's sister, Kush Coach. And then let's see here. Here we are, baby. Fuck the manufacturer. His story is amazing. Eddie Lepp. We need to find out. Okay, Ricky posted it. Let's help Eddie Lepp. GoFundMe for Eddie Lepp needs you. OG Eddie Lepp. I know that's really close and near and dear to Kush Coach's heart. Jay Evans says it is a catch-22 and have a hypochondriac friend who will not even buy from me and will only buy from a dispensary. It's crazy. She trusts the dispensaries before she trusts me, who has high-quality medicine. I will forever shop at a head shop. Let home growers give it away.
Yep. Let home growers give it away.
It's old Bruce. And then let's see what else we got here. Steve's fired up today. Love it. I love when the truth is spoken. Everything needs to be said.
I don't know if it's truth. I just know that this is what I feel in my fucking bones. Like, it would have been something. This is what gets in my fucking craw, buddy. A little fucking inside baseball here. One of the owners, one of the big players in the game, had a chance to help us help a family in the most direst of times. Most dire of times.
Mm-hmm.
When a little small fucking blip on the radar of life, guys like us, people fucking working these jobs, trimming trees and building fucking baseboards and shit like that. When one of those people needed not much, They needed a fucking someone who has a little clout, has some fucking sense built in because they've been through so much with cannabis that they can fucking, it's a voice that you're gonna listen to, man. When you're doubting everything, when every waking minute of your life seems like an hour because you have a sick kid and you want your baby to feel better. You're a parent. You're not doing your job if your fucking baby don't feel good.
That's right.
How can we get some help? Oh, there's this one person that might be able to put your mind at ease. Like I'm sure when someone goes and sees like the best specialist and they say, you got a chance. I bet if you checked their fucking physiological change
100%
inside,
listen to anything that Dr. Joe Dispenza says. You are the placebo. If you don't believe that you can heal, and a lot of times in most cases where cancer patients reverse their diagnosis or are able to reverse the symptoms, it all begins with the idea that they themselves are capable of healing, right? You are the placebo. That's why a lot of times placebos almost work in line with the medicines themselves, right? Because
it works well if it's a little better than a placebo.
Yeah,
like I've heard that in articles where like it worked pretty well. It was 8% more than a placebo. Which
and you're like whoa.
30.
Then you realize, our bodies are capable of incredible things. We just have to give them. We just have to believe it. We have to believe that. We have to believe in the healing property, the magic that we're made of. And that's really hard for people.
That's why we do that.
That's fucking. It's hard for people to wrap their heads around. But if you believe in the magic that we're made of, you're capable of healing. We are capable of healing ourselves. We are capable of doing so much more. And we impose. It's the same idea that drives you fucking crazy about immaculate conception, right? We're imposing stupid fucking rules for the sake of fucking walking around. Like we made these rules. You guys realize that we made these rules. We realized we fucking made these goddamn rules.
We're the ones who wrote them down. We can.
We have an eraser.
We can fart on.
We have an eraser. We can totally fart on them.
There was an opportunity. There was an opportunity for one of the people who's heavily involved in the cannabis industry now, heavily involved, to come help this little family, this little group, and they were reached out to, responded, and said, "Yeah, let's fucking go."
Yep.
And then it was crickets from then on. And I understand it was a time when. They needed all this time to put together their applications and make sure they were working. Everyone who put together an application acted like they were figuring out how to send a fucking man to the moon.
Oh, yeah.
There was one or two people on every team who was writing the dog shit out, and all of the rest of the work those fucking perverts were doing were sniffing each other's assholes and trying to figure out a better way to fucking game the system. That's what application time was. Yeah. How do I best?
Well, they've already said, like, most of the people, if you're not using a California-based consulting firm,
what's wrong with you?
Well, that's going to cost you $112,000 on a retainer. We don't guarantee any kind of licenseship. One way we can work around $112,000 is if you give us a small little piece of the equity of your company.
I just want the people who are in it now to say, we're with you. We hear you. We stand with you. So you never have
to. It's not too much to ask.
So when a family needs you to say, hey, cannabis is a medicine and the oil you're giving your child
is saving their life.
Is at least it's not going to hurt them.
It's giving them a chance.
I want you at your base to know it's not going to hurt your child, and they're eating more.
Yep.
They're on less pain pills. Yep. They're these fucking pills, the pain medication that they're giving your child right now.
They're wiring them and binding their guts up.
Hey, and P.S., since I'm in cannabis, I also know a little bit about fucking diet. And just so you know, this doctor who's bought and sold by Nestle's, who's giving you fucking chips and fucking
you gotta
fruit
eat some
juice
plants.
From concentrate.
You got to eat from the earth.
Hey, I'm a fucking farmer.
Yeah.
And I know.
I'll give you fresh produce.
We talked to a fucking, we heard on, saw on Facebook, I saw a post by one of our farmer friends, fucking Team Gas, All Gas.
Yep.
I grew something that made me cry.
Yep.
I think it can be considered an art. And everything that I've seen up to that point, I'm like, you're there. You're 100. You're as good as any of them. That you're as good. And the way you said, she describes the way stuff smells.
That's how I know she's for real.
And she also, I don't know if you know this, but I mean her plant knowledge.
Oh, dude. Yeah, not just with cannabis. I mean, she just knows the earth.
And Tiffany. She's
a green witch, man.
Tiffany went live on the page talking about.
Loved it.
It's like, hey, you're a naturopathic.
Naturopathic, yeah.
It's like, whoa, that's fucking not a regular. You know, I'm sure some people hear that and go, whoa, what is that? Witch doctor shit. And she was explaining it, and I'm like, oh, so what a doctor should be.
Yeah.
Someone who does food, preventative medicine.
Instead of just a mark for pharmaceutical.
Hey, it's like your fucking mechanic. The best mechanics always were like, make sure your gas cap is screwed on all the way.
And you're like, fuck, for real?
Oh, yeah, that's why my check engine light is on. Fuck, I was getting ready to get $600 of work done on my fucking engine that the light would have never went off until I fucking screwed that thing back on. Start with the little shit, simple shit. Drink more water, you fool. Eat your fucking magnesium, bud. Here's Tiffany. Have some fucking more magnesium, bud. Magnesium. I need magnesium. 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 That's Tiffany.
Yes, Kush Coach. I am Alan's sister. I'm also his own personal toilet on some nights and a couple of holes for him to insert his floppy in.
Okay.
Are there any more invasive questions you'd like to know about my private life? Come to Missouri so I can sit on your hairy face, Coach.
Oh, yes.
That should answer some of your questions. Let me get a taste of your jizz or you're done in this town, pal.
Okay, Allison. A little forward. It's a little forward. She's coming right at the Kush Coach.
Okay.
She's coming right at him.
Oh, she didn't do it. Oh, I think. Damn.
We did it. Guys, we had a blast last night. If you get an opportunity, you can go back through the annals on Facebook or Twitch or wherever you find YouTube, and you can watch a couple of hilarious comedians really slay last night. I had a fucking awesome time.
I was rewatching it last night.
I had a pretty good giggle or two. I thank everybody that came out. I thank Jason for making it all fucking just legit professional, you know. We love all of you. We love that you guys start your days with us. And it sounds like maybe we're fucking trying to make enemies, but really we're just trying to fucking wake up our friends. That's the deal. Okay? I'm a fucking bad friend if I keep letting you do bad, destructive shit to the people that I love.
We're just talking about you. You want to be on the line? Yeah. Okay. The show's over right now. I'll call you right back.
We just got to let our fucking friends know when they're not acting in accordance with our values. That's all.
Yeah, these people
not
are
trying
all
to.
my friends.
I'm not trying to fucking fight any of you, but you don't have a fucking chance if I was. So let me just be your friend.
And fucking Jason, like I wanted to support the local comedians. I was like, just get people in here. Hopefully they buy a pipe or two. We get ours. Fucking, you know, Max was like, no, dude, the fucking house gets this. The fucking comedians get this. You charge the fucking cover to get in. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with any of this.
Sure.
I'm like, okay. Jason's like, no, buy all the fucking tickets, moron.
Yep.
Fucking give people shit for Christmas. Like we're okay. We're figuring.
We'll figure it out.
We're figuring it out. That's his whole deal. Like we'll fucking figure
Dude, that's
it out.
why
man.
That's
like,
why we jive, man.
Totally.
I'm
dude.
a fucking take your. I mean, have a loose plan,
dude.
But don't be married to it, and just figure it out.
The comedians, I was like, oh, thank you guys, and they're like, what a fucking experience. They go, the room was great. The laughs in the room were great. Were great.
Dude, we had some great laughter in here last night.
Listening
back
Cynthia's
through.
Guy, I was laughing at him laughing. And your brother.
Dude, my brother's laugh was
brother
killing
and
me
I
too. Yep.
laugh at the same times.
No
like
doubt.
When it's a joke that's not really like it'll slip by or it'll be about like death
No
or
doubt.
a butthole that people
No
are like,
doubt.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I was all in. I was all in on the meth jokes and the killing dogs jokes.
Dude.
I was all in.
It was great, dude. It was such. Mike said it best last night. Host Mike, when he said
this was a dream come true that I didn't even know I was dreaming. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, dude. Like, he's like, I didn't know I wanted to do this, but I did it. And it was fun. And we had a good time. And people laughed, I think.
I think they laughed a few times.
So that's what it's all about.
Fuck yeah, man. Allison, anything else before we leave?
Time to flick this bean, boys. Jizz z.
Oh, she's back. A little bit of Alan. She's got a little bit of Alan in her, if you know what I mean. She's got a little bit of Alan in her. Guys, I had some
One
fun.
man to kill. Your fucking dispensaries and cultivators need to rethink their things when the guy who put together the fucking most connective learning experience in cannabis.
I'm telling you.
When he and the guys who've been doing this for a little bit are like, hey, guys, step
Dude,
up.
there's, I can tell you.
He's a real fucking
I can tell
dude.
you at least 5 dudes that I would put up against any grower at any cultivation facility right now. Did I say dudes?
Yeah. Dudettes.
Dudes and dudettes.
Yeah, I got you.
Because she's in there. Well, actually, I think, that's fine.
Yeah. She's the fucking best.
I'm telling you, there's 4 people, 5 people that I will put up against any fucking cultivator's head grower.
Anywhere.
Any one of them. And including a couple of them who have run grows far bigger than anything that's in this state right now, and we're producing flowers of the year by very fucking highly respected cannabis professionals that don't have jobs. And that is a failure of the state.
Oh, God.
That is a massive failure of the state. When you keep the club limited and you keep all the fucking nepotism that's attached to that and the fucking backroom handshake deals that fucking put people in positions to make money.
Dude.
There are so fucking few Missourians making any fucking money on this fucking program. And that does hit home with me. As much as it's about medicine, it's also about the government fucking robbed Missourians.
Yep.
And there used to be a time where we'd be in fucking Jefferson City saying, I dare you to step out of your fucking door right now. You better sign some fucking papers to change some shit, or we're going to change some shit for you. And that's where we're living right now. We have to fucking demand more of this program and the people in charge of it. Otherwise, there is no incentive to participate in it. Period. End of story. If nobody fucking ever bought another, and I've got friends that own dispensaries, so I don't want them getting fucked. It's like when there was a fucking the Deep Horizon oil spill, and everyone was like, boycott BP. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, but Bill, who owns BP, is just a regular fucking dude. He owns one gas station. He's feeding his family on it.
Bill's got to fucking make better decisions, okay?
Bill is not attached to the I mean, what are you going to fucking do?
They don't make shit off gas anyway.
No, that's what I mean.
That's
That's
why that
so it's like I don't
0%
I don't
is
want
on there,
these small
0.01.
fucking mom and pops, which are very few and far between in this fucking industry. You know, that's the other thing is fucking people got maximum amount of fucking licenses, and they're like, we're going to slowly roll this out. We've got this one facility, and then it like allows them to keep those licenses. Dude, I was always giving Lyndall Fraker the benefit of the doubt, and the more and more he talks, I want to fucking knock his head off. Like these motherfuckers are showing their true stripes, and it's very annoying. And
all the big shots are shouting each other out on the fucking.
So straight up,
congratulations
if they're
to
not
you.
going to join us in making sure if they're not going to join us in making sure that everyone has a fucking fair shake at it, then fucking don't join them in their fucking their overpriced fucking fart sniffing contest. That's all.
Yep.
Until and that's the deal. Please still get your license and believe enough in yourself that you can grow a plant at home.
Belief in yourself.
No, don't do that. Believe in yourself. Spell it correctly. Believe in yourself.
They all fucking pander so hard too. Like, I mean, just the fucking.
You know what my fucking dispensary would be called?
Fucking weed.
Craig's Weed, man.
Yeah, that's for sure, dude.
Come on down to Craig's Weed.
That's fucking come on.
I'm blowing this shit out at a very small markup. I'm
Hey,
just hoping for a little fellowship and a
here's
conversation.
what we need to
Hey, we
do.
sell some records too. If you guys want to fucking buy some records, that's cool too.
All right, we're in the meeting room. What do cannabis plants have? Leaves? Relief is what people get from
their belief.
But they believe.
We're marketing guys, so we have to kind of hash this stuff out first.
Oh, I got a good name. You know me. I've always hated all.
That's actually
bananas.
what the sign would say, Nick. It would say Craig's Weed, man.
Yeah. I would go there every day.
I would go to Craig's Weed, man, all the time.
And it's 2 people there. And
Yeah.
they're just spitting facts.
Yeah, there you go. You know what I wish? I wish people would stop allowing other people to abuse them and call it professionalism. It's not bad. Not bad. We're running.
Unpack that for a minute.
Well, for the sake of the professional experience, patients are being abused and being taken advantage of.
Fuck yes, no doubt. That's spot on for real,
Yeah.
because it is fucking. That's what I hate about it. People who are kind of don't really understand, haven't been in the trenches for a while, they go to a dispensary and they're like, fucking looks good in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Everything is as it should be. Moving on.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
Yeah, it doesn't seem
Whatever. People can do what they want.
fine.
We want you to do what you want. We want you to fucking
fine.
live your. I want people to live their life with the zest and fervor that only
A sophisticated Hoosier can.
That's all I want.
Man, on that note, I think we ought to get out there and suck the day's dick, buddy.
Damn right. 'Cause
Or
we
it's
don't
clip.
do- Yeah. Whatever your sexual proclivity may be.
That's all we hope for you.
But also, we do. There was one.
There's one thing. I was trying to think. There was one thing. Steve, do you remember?
I think it was.
Cowabunga.
I was pretending like I was looking.
Oh, I thought you were going to bang the drums with me.